Hello. What's good, everybody? It's a little bit later than on normally stream, but hopefully we're all here for it. What up, Kid Goku? What up, Ray? This is actually one of NCHammer's better power scaling vids, but it has been a long time since I watched this. Okay. I have never seen this vid, so we're gonna be talking about every Hokage versus the Uchiha clan today. It is a very big topic, in this video from NC, I believe, is like at least 30 minutes, if not 45, but that's kind of all. That's kind of about how all of his videos run. What up, Julian? I know it's gonna be related, but we have to take a moment to RP. Yep. All right, hold on. Let me cut off the music. Yeah. If y'all haven't heard already, Akira Toriyama has passed away. I believe it was on the 1st of March. He was 68 years old. If you guys don't know who Akira Toriyama is, he was the creator and founder of Dragon Ball. So he was definitely a pillar of the community, and he will be missed. You know, just wanted to pay my respects. I'm glad you reminded me, Julian. But yeah, rest in peace, Mr. Toriyama. All right, the moment of silence is done. Let's get into it. Oh my god, you actually started to stream a minute earlier? Yeah, man. Yeah. I was 1 minute early. What up, Spec? Rip Toriyama? Yep. It's a sad thing. Sad thing. What up, Josh Farrow? How you doing? Deepest condolences. Goat Toriyama Akira? Yeah. What up, Urishikage? So this isn't too late for you guys? Like what? Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I forgot I was supposed to stream and fell asleep. But it's not like it's not like I meant to fell asleep on purpose, but like I was so tired. I was doing some work. I just fell asleep at my desk. Bro. So I got a good little nap in, but I didn't mean to sleep. Preparing for NCHammer to yap. Yeah, bro. What up, Christopher? But I guess that's what I'm doing too. Like, I had to take a nap, so I'm gonna be in here for the long haul. If it wasn't for Dragon Ball, I wouldn't be an anime fan right now. I never would have watched Naruto or found this channel and stuff. Yeah, man, I feel you. Dragon Ball was actually the second anime I watched. I watched Naruto first, of course, which is why it's one of my favorites. But I do remember the reason why I got into Dragon Ball was because I was talking to one of my buddies about it back when I was in school, and I told him Dragon Ball seems pretty weak. I bet like Naruto could beat up everybody from Dragon Ball. And he was like, nah, man, what the hell are you talking about? Like, they actually destroy planets and stuff in Dragon Ball. I was like, what? No, they don't. And he was like, yeah, this is when he was like something like, yeah, there are Super Saiyan gods and they just like break universes. And I was like, there's no shot, there's no way. And then I actually got into watching Dragon Ball, and then yeah, that's when I started watching. It was the very second anime I watched. I watched the whole thing. Oh, yo, $5 from Josh Rowe. What if Inichi had the Yamanaka clan's jutsu? Like, how would it interact with the Sharingan? Honestly, first of all, thank you for the $5. I appreciate you, bro. But like, really, I think an Uchiha wouldn't even bother to have that jutsu. They're like inferior Yamanaka clan jutsu. Like, why? Yeah, but like if we're actually assuming that they would have it, honestly, I bet that they could make that shit more precise. Like their tracking ability, or their ability to hold on to their opponent, I bet it could hold on for longer, because the Sharingan allows you to manipulate the chakra inside someone's brain. So like, I bet that they could maintain that mind transfer jutsu for a lot longer than normal. Like, maybe like as long as like a normal genjutsu, kind of like Kodomatsukami, or what Obito did to the to the third Mizukage, I believe, or the fourth. I don't know. So honestly, it could just be like a lesser form of Kodo Matsukami. That actually sounds correct though. Hey, what's good, Loco? Looking forward to this debunk. First of all, what's up, Ray? But second of all, I don't even know if this is gonna be a debunk. I haven't seen this video before, so maybe NCHammer will come out, fucking throwing them hands. You know, spitting facts. Who knows? $5 from Drip Lord Entertainment. Y'all already coming through. Let's go. We're gonna have a good night tonight. Having fun with you guys. There's no way you can realistically do this fight with adult Naruto on the Hokage side. Even limiting him to base is overkill. Honestly, I'd need to restrict Baryon mode. I didn't do that in the poll, and everyone was just bringing up Baryon mode. And they're like, Baryon solo. I was like, come on now. Like, are you really gonna be like not fun and just be like, yeah, of course, like, you know, Baryon mode is a little bit too overpowered, you know, let's be fair, let's actually put our brains into this. And then I kid you not, I could read the comments out on stream. There's at least like 5 or 6 motherfuckers that are just like, Baryon modes. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock, we know this. I love the vids, bro. Hey man, I appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Yo, Loco, I thought Akira Toriyama being dead stuff was fake, but everyone on X kept posting it, so I looked it up, and shit is sad, bro. Yeah, man, it is very sad. I mean, like, he was older, right? He was in his late 60s, but I mean, he died due to, or he passed away due to, let me see, what is the condition called? Acute subdural hematoma. Acute subdural hematoma. I guess that is a blood disease based off the hema part, or something to do with the heart. So it did sound like it was like a disease that he had, or something similar to like a stroke maybe. But yeah, that Akira. How is Dragon Ball gonna continue, or is it over? Honestly, I think that they're gonna have to put the brakes on whatever project that they're putting on right now. Obviously, I don't think. Let's be honest. They're not gonna give up the IP. It makes them too much money. They're not gonna give up the IP. But as for right now, they're going to put like a screeching halt on everything Dragon Ball, because that's the right thing to do. You know. But they are not going to give up the IP entirely. That's not what these guys are about to do. I'll tell you that right now. Even without Baryon mode, he's slamming though. Hey, don't disrespect adult Sasuke like that. Come on now. Read the poll comments. All right. Hold on. Let me pull it up right now. I think it'd be fair to cap him at Sage mode because any higher form was cracked. Naruto's only competition is Sasuke. Yeah, they should equal out though. They've stated to be equals on multiple occasions. All right, let's take a look at these comments. Naruto alone solos with 200 clones for each Uchiha. Hold on. Where is it? Some of these comments are done. Oh, here it is. Baryon mode Naruto one-shots the entire fodder clan. Stay mad, fanboys. Baryon mode Naruto unironically neg-diffs everyone in both lists. And then there are a few more like this. Oh yeah, Baryon mode Naruto would solo all the Uchiha. Like, are you really just gonna like suck the fun out of it? Pause, and then just like obviously you don't want to include Baryon mode Naruto, or it's not a fair discussion. Like, if they had said like if Naruto has Baryon mode, then he slams obviously, and then they go into like in depth as to why, or into who else they think would win. Like, okay, without Baryon mode, who would win? You know, but they just took the easy answer. It kind of pissed me off. Okay, Kage versus Uchiha. Yeah, that Toriyama stuff is kind of sad though. Bro was like the father of manga, or versus battle manga. Bro had the Itachi disease for real. Too soon, bro. Too soon. It makes your brain bleed. Yeah, I had a feeling that that was something similar to that, like internal hemorrhaging. Loco, is it true that TG will hop on your stream with you next weekend? Possibly. I'll ask him. He said he'd be down for something like that, though. Loco, what do you think of a healthy Kimimaro versus the Akatsuki? Hot far. How far? How far? How far do you think he can get? It's crazy whenever I think of his Edo throwing hands with base with a KCM clone. Yeah, if we go along with the fact that he did throw hands with KCM 1 Naruto, like he gets past Hidan, obviously, possibly gets past Kakuzu if he can, like, with Bracken Dance, Loki might just solo the hearts, and then from then on, just Kimimaro doesn't really have a way of breaking through Diamond Morph. If you say he's faster than Kakuzu, he'll probably win. Who else? Sorcery, he might slam Sorcery, not gonna lie. If we're going with like peak interpretation Kimimaro, he might slam Sorcery. I think that's about it though. Datara claps him up, Kisame claps him up. Oh, Konan might get folded. Konan might get folded. I don't know though. Konan versus Kimimaro is a good match. You know what? Ray, remind me about that and I'll make a poll on it tomorrow. I'll make a poll on that tomorrow. Kimimaro versus Konan, healthy. Another 5 from my boy, Drip Lord Entertainment. Comment. Ooh. People don't want to hear this out. 1 adult Naruto Shadow Clone dismantles Madara and Hashirama worse than Madara versus the 5 Kage. I'm sure that would make a lot of people mad, but you're spitting straight facts there, cuz same thing what happens to the One Piece verse. 1 Naruto Shadow Clone solos the One Piece verse. I think Noodles posted something like that on Twitter and some guys got mad. Yo, what up, Dom? How you doing? Hope you're having a blessed day. Hey man, I appreciate that. Hope the same is going for you, bro. Adult Sasuke beats adult Naruto in my opinion without Baryon mode, of course. Based. Trying to super chat and it isn't loading. I've had that once, but like someone mistakenly like banned me in their comments, like they muted me forever, and then like they had to unmute me so I could even talk again. But you're clearly not banned if I'm able to read your message. But I don't know what's going on. I think YouTube has been bugging lately. Like this shit has been pissing me off, low-key. It's been so slow. Yeah, base to base, Sasuke should beat Naruto, TBH. Yeah, with nerfs, yeah, Sasuke would EMS just top Sage mode, deadass. Like, the MS by itself, like, normal Mangekyo Sharingan is more of a match for the Sage mode buff. But EMS is just better than that. Sasuke and Madara are beating Hashirama and Naruto respectively, in my opinion. Yeah, without Baryon mode, of course, but with it, it's a lot closer. I'd say I had an argument for adult Sasuke beating Naruto, but I can't remember what it is. Doesn't Obito just stamina merchant Baryon mode because it's passive? Kakashi could just go into the well, actually no, we're talking about Hokage Kakashi. Maybe you could. We'll see what's up. Chip it only. Uchiha with Naruto and Sasuke cancels out and Ten Tails Madara cleans up. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be including Ten Tails Madara in this one. We'll see what NCHammer does though. It's kind of unfair to include that shit because he like literally squad wiped the rest of the Hokages. Yo, look, are you including the Uchiha in their 6-pass forms? Yeah, probably not. Just White Mask Rinnegan Obito and Eternal Mangekyo Madara. Also, Loco, why didn't you watch your own vids on stream? First of all, cause that's cringe. I don't like I do like watching my videos, but only the recent ones. I can't watch my old ones. I actually want to like throat a shotgun whenever I watch my older videos. But also because you wouldn't be able to tell like who's talking, cause I think I sound pretty much the same. So, you know, he's gonna be like, who's talking there? Is he talking right now on the stream, or is he talking in the vid? Who knows? Dermal hematoma is a fancy way of saying you had a bleed in your brain caused by cardiovascular disease or trauma. You can also get it from an aneurysm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like an aneurysm or some type of internal hemorrhaging, but like for your brain. That's like it must be like a horrible way to go out though. I think healthy Kumimaru slaps Kaguzu. Hey yo, Jordan in chat. What's up, Jordan? Wow, bro, this is Dad Rip Akira. Yeah, man. Yeah, it is tough. That was pretty sad when I heard. Logo, what do you think about Land of Waves Kakashi versus the Sound 4 jumping him? You think he can pull a W? Ooh. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Let me explain why. Hold on. Zero Destination, I haven't seen you in forever, bro. Coming in here dropping a 5 euros. Fancy. Hi Loco, how strong are Tsunade's punches? Could she uppercut Four Tails Naruto and put him to sleep? Nah, that's crazy. Imagine Four Tails, like, because Tsunade's the only character, or the only Sonic we haven't seen fight a Biju or a Jinchuriki of some kind. So, dead ass. Imagine she goes into Byakugo Seal and deadass just clocks him, bro. Imagine she just clocks him right across the jaw. Like you seen what Orochimaru did to that motherfucker. You saw what Orochimaru did to that motherfucker. Like he actually like punched him straight in his shit and knocked him back, bro. Imagine what Tsunade is doing. Holy shit, dude. Let me find that panel. I'm not gonna put it on screen, but hold on, it's gonna be the chapter before this. But Orochimaru dead ass did what Tsunade's about to do to him. Like, oh my goodness. He didn't really send him flying, but he knocked him back, right? And Naruto made like a Four Tails clone of himself and then like cut Orochimaru in half. So maybe that cutting in half, that might be able to get Tsunade, possibly. But it's like, imagine she just clocks him in the jaw, sends him flying. That's insane, bro. Yeah, I think the Sanin, with 100 healing, she'd slam. Because it's just stated to be a buff to your strength. Like, not only does she get like the regen, of course, but she also gets healing abilities. Or what the fuck? Am I stupid, chat? Chat, am I stupid? Chat, am I stupid? Chat, am I stupid? I said not only does she get regen, but she also gets healing ability. Like, I'm so dumb, bro. Her power increases with the 100 healings as well, bro. I'm actually dumb, bro. I can't do late night streams, bro. I'm actually start tweaking out. Throats Daigo Shotgun? Nah, you heard that wrong, bro. Another 5 from Drip Lord Entertainment, bro. Oh my goodness. Let's get this out of the way. Mr. Two Panel Shisui ain't doing anything in this fight. Oh my god, you're cooking. Bro's Mangekyo was on a whole 10-year cooldown. Bro, I fucking hate Shisui. Well, I don't hate Shisui, but I think he's such a nobody. I think he's such a nobody, and he doesn't deserve the hype he gets, bro. I'm on board with you, bro. I think he did only appear in 2 panels, like dead ass. A midweek Loco stream. Let's get it. Yeah, I had like, hey, like, do you guys realize, going back to the Shisui point, do you guys realize that at no point in time did Itachi ever have access to Kodo Matsukami? Do you realize that? Like, a lot of people use Kodo Matsukami for like a win con for Itachi, but at no point in time does he ever have access to Kodo Matsukami. Because, hold on, let me look this up. How old was Sasuke when the clan was massacred? It's gonna say, I believe 6 or 7. He was 7 years old. In Shippuden, Naruto and Sasuke are 16 years old. So it's been 9 years since uh como se dice, 9 years since the Uchiha clan was murdered, right? Itachi tells Naruto that he put the crow into him before he fought Sasuke because the timer wasn't done yet. And the war arc is like what? A few weeks to a few months after Sasuke kills Itachi? Like how it's not a year, it's not a full year, right? So it's like less than a year, which means that the fucking Kodo Matsukami Eye has been on cooldown since before Itachi massacred the clan. So at no point in time did sick alive Itachi have access to Kodo. And as an Edo, he doesn't have access to it because it's still implanted in Naruto, so he doesn't have the crow with him currently. So at no point in time does this motherfucker Itachi have access to Kodo Matsukami. I don't know why people continue to use it as win cons. It's just blatantly false. But yeah, that's just me going off on a tangent. What up, Distray? How you doing? Himimaru is pretty strong. I could say he'd beat MS Sasuke. Hey, bro, you gotta chill. You gotta chill with that Sasuke downplay. You not gonna do my boy Sasuke like that, Josh. I'll tell you that right now, bro. Nah, I'm playing. But nah, MS Sasuke is like a fucking insane, above Sani level threat. Like, unless you think Kimimaru is beating up Orochimaru and Jiraiya, he's probably not touching MS Sasuke. Especially because Genjutsu GG is a very, very viable argument. Oh yeah, but who is right? Back to your question, I totally forgot about that. Land of Waves Kakashi versus the Sound 4. Honestly, I think the Sound 4 might take it. Possibly. Maybe that's worth a video. Because they beat up 2 Jonin already. I had a whole argument for this, but I forgot what it was. I'll have to look for it. But yeah, they beat up 2 Jonin. It was Genma and Raito, and I know those guys aren't as strong as Kakashi, but there's no reason for them to be like a whole fucking tier below him, like just significantly weaker than him, you know. Just Kakashi is the strongest in the village, and everyone else is like presumably not far behind. So I'd say they could take it with a little bit of luck. He's not going to be able to break out a Taiyu's flute, possibly. I don't think he will. Honestly, maybe not. It just depends. Like, if he's just like, it really just depends. I'm not too sure anymore. Could Itachi have gotten EMS by implanting Shisui's eye? Yeah, probably not, because they're not direct relatives, right? They're not even like cousins. Like they're just not related to each other at all, so it wouldn't be compatible. Have you played Marvel Spider-Man 2? I have not. I haven't really had time for games lately. Barely had time for YouTube. Yeah. Mostly I've just been playing the finals, but really it was just I was playing the finals so much just so I could record like a background for my latest vid. Alright, catch you later, Kid Goku. Alright. Not gonna lie, I'd let Haku hit. Pause, bro. Pause. You need to be stopped. Alright, let's get into this, bro. I've had enough waiting. We've been standing around doing absolutely fuck all for the past 24 minutes. Damn. Let's do this, bro. Let's do this. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for what NCHammer gotta say? He's gonna teach us something today, bro. We gotta have NCHammer like learn us. Like NCHammer senpai. He knows Naruto, bro. He knows Naruto. He's that guy, bro. He's about to school us, bro. He's about to fucking school us on this topic. I know some of you guys asked for the Swag Kage video. because he did make a similar video. In the comments of my latest poll, I asked if you guys would rather watch NCHammer's vid or HOKAGE's vid, and I'm gonna be totally honest with y'all. I could not find HOKAGE's vid. I think he privated it due to Seth being on it. I do remember when I watched it for the first time when it came out like more than a year ago, Seth was on it. So I think he privated that video. So I'm not going to be able to check that one out, unfortunately. But my plan from the beginning was to react to our good friend NC. So yeah, I'm here for it. Another 5 from Drippler, going absolutely crazy tonight, bro. Appreciate you, man. What do you think would happen if adult soccer walked in the middle of Konoha, activated the 100... No way. Activated the 100 healing seal and punched the ground at full power? Damn. What is Sakura's best DC feat? What is Sakura's best DC feat? I assume it would be like punching the ground during the war arc. No, it's the chapter before this. I assume it would be this. So you could make a calc based off this. You could calculate how big this blast is based off the size of the little Jubi monsters. And obviously she got a lot stronger since then. She says she's been training in order to catch up to Naruto and Sasuke. So you can say she might just like take out a very good chunk of the village. Like she might be dropping like mini Bijou bombs on the fucking village, possibly. But DC is very hard to say. Like AP, you can easily scale that, but DC is a little bit harder. Yeah, Swag privated it. Yeah, unfortunately. Uchiha Slam? I don't know, man. We'll see. I just think Izuna and Shisui aren't going to be pulling their own weight. I don't think they are. Why are the Uzumaki so loud and stupid, lol? Damn. What you got against the Uzumaki, cuz? Ordered the 48 Laws of Power just to hear the audiobook instead. I like the Prince better. The Prince is better. Machiavelli was great. How strong do you think Naruto would be if he learned the 8 inner gates from Guy or Rock Lee in that 15-year time skip between the end of the 4 Shinobi War and the start of Boruto? Bro, just like I've seen someone calc exactly how big of an amp the gates are, and it's like insane, bro. It's insane amps that the gates give you, especially like they propelled God. Like, what is it? There's a statement that says just having the 8th gates puts you on a level above that of the 5 Kage, like easily. So honestly, if those multipliers would stay the same for Naruto, basically what the gates are is like you're releasing your limiters, and you can't really control your own chakra, so it's just kind of flowing out of you. And I've talked about this before. Specifically, this is my debunk to Daigo Knight's 8th gate guy stuff. But if Naruto was unable to control his own chakra, like he deadass might just destroy everything. It might be like Yamamoto and Bankai, like just threatening the entire world. You know, because if my guy was bending space with his own uncontrollable chakra, then imagine that same shit for Naruto. Like, it's a miracle he was able to control Baryon mode, or he would have actually fucked over like the planet, just like bending space everywhere. But it's because he has good chakra control, just like characters in Dragon Ball have good ki control, and they don't destroy the planets that they're currently on. Alright, let's do this. No more bullshitting. No more waiting around. NCHammers, the Hokage versus the Uchiha. Let's throw this hoe in 1.25 already. And let's get right into it. I don't really have a side right now, but let's see if my boy NC can educate me.
Within every anime, there is a spectrum of power when it comes to certain characters.
There's
there are
definitely
those
a
who exist
spectrum.
at the top, there is those who feed at the bottom. Depending on the length in terms of episodes or the length in terms of the history of the universe within the anime, that list can have a much wider margin than originally anticipated. So what happens when you make a show that's over 750 episodes long that spans over 2,000 years? Well, then you get a lot of very powerful and also very weak characters. But today, we're going to be focusing on the very strong. In particular, some of the strongest. You see, because Naruto has had such a long runtime and has covered such a long time period, we have dozens of incredibly powerful ninjas to look at and think about. The thing about having this many powerful characters is that people can't help but speculate who would win in a fight. And thus people find themselves wondering who would win in a fight between Kisame and Tobirama, or Minato and Itachi, or...
No way he said Kisame and Tobirama, like Tobirama wouldn't actually like fucking run his pockets. Like he is taking Kisame's lunch money. Come on now. Itachi versus Minato. Come on now. We know Itachi slams.
The top 7 Uchiha versus all of the Hokage. See, this is the question that we're going to venture out to answer today. If it came down to it...
He's already yapping. The only spectrum NC is on is the autism spectrum. Gender spectrum? Nah, bro, that's crazy. He said he leaned a little bit too far. Spectre barely let the vid start and he already hated. Nah, man, this is funny as hell.
The top 7 Uchiha all found themselves somehow alive, and all of the Hokage also found themselves somehow alive and across a battlefield from each other. Who would win in a battle? In essence, what would happen if Madara's dream of the future were to come to life? As Madara always feared that Konoha would turn its back to the Uchiha once again, and thus always preached that the Uchiha should separate from Konoha once again. But there's a reason that people ask this question, because genuinely, it's a close fight, as the majority of the Hokage at one point or another had a reflection in the Uchiha, whether that be a rival of theirs like Izuna and Tobirama, or shadow Hokage slash lover like Hashirama and Madara and Naruto and Sasuke. For as long as Konoha has existed, the Uchiha have been oddly tied into the Hokage ship, though never once holding the role themselves. So as the forefront for knowledge when it comes to Naruto, I'd like to definitively answer the question, what would happen if all of the strongest Uchihas came into combat against all of the Hokage? Before we get to answering any questions about anything, guys, please, for me, like this video.
You gotta skip, man, sorry. He does talk about, oh, yo, another 5 from Drip Lord Entertainment coming through tonight. Let's go. We getting hype in here, boys. Hype train. Tobirama is making fresh sashimi out of the fish, man. Oh my god, bro. Like, Tobirama is actually cooking Kisame, bro. Like, it's not even funny. Like, does anyone think that this isn't what's happening, bro? Does anyone in chat, does anyone here not think Tobirama absolutely cooks Kisame? Like, I mean, you ever seen T Banks? I be seeing this shit on TikTok sometimes. Like, he said, what Tobirama finna do to him? He said he's gonna put him on a plate, flip him over, put a little season on him, and cook him, bro. My T Banks impression is pretty good, huh? But yeah, that's exactly what would happen to fucking Kisame. Unfortunately, Shark Boy is going to get absolutely blasted in the ass, bro. He's going to get his shit turned inside out. Like, he's gonna have an outie butthole. Like, Tobirama's tandem paper bombs are actually going to fuck him over. Like, he has better water release, like higher AP due to tandem paper bombs, better reaction speed. Like, he's literally getting fucked over, bro. It's not even funny. Like, it's a terrible matchup for him. I believe it was TG that said Tobirama's water release is trash. Yeah, I remember when he said that. So we're just gonna ignore the fact that he implied Naruto and Sasuke are lovers. Hey, he did kiss, bro. He did kiss. They were like fucking tonguing each other's throats. Pause. Kisame slams Kisame. Yeah, you're kind of slow, bro. You're kind of slow, bro. Really, just say Kisame beats himself. Stupid at not playing. Sasuke definitely loves Naruto. He's playing hard to get for 500 episodes. Yeah, bro, you a little bit weird for that one. Kisame swipes 8 tails worth of chakra out of Tobirama, Devil's Advocate. That's insane. Oh my god.
And YouTube. So hypothetical battles, even when they're just one-on-ones, are relatively tough. Where are these two people fighting? What are the circumstances? What forms do they each have? And unfortunately, that problem is only exacerbated when you make it a 7-on-7. I mean, we're essentially making a rugby match out of the 14 most powerful people in Naruto. It's not easy. So we should probably lay some ground rules first. All of these 14 people on this list will be using their strongest forms. I thought about just giving them the powers they had while they were alive, but that makes it so one-sided for the Hokages, it's legitimately not even fun. So everybody on this list will be in their strongest form. Now, unfortunately for a couple people
Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. They're actually getting folded, bruh. The Hokages are getting folded, bruh. Like, dead ass. He said strongest forms. Obviously, I mean, I think this video would include Baryon mode Naruto. Yes, this is February 9th, 2023. That definitely was after Baryon mode Naruto hit the shelves. Definitely. What the fuck is he talking about, bro? What is he? What? Okay, so let's not include Baryon mode Naruto. Let's not do that. So you still have the problem of Jubidara and Jubito. Now you can argue DMS Kakashi would beat Jubidara, but Jubito would literally still fondle all of the other Hokages. Like, even if they are in their strongest form. Fucking Prime Sage Hashirama and KCM Minato are not defeating Jubito. It's not happening. Even if you throw Tobirama in there with him, it is not fucking happening. It's it's not happening, bro. It's not go get some cheeks, little bro. I got some yesterday. Can't, like, you say the same, bro. Can't say the same about you. Come on now. That's why I beat you all the time, bro. I beat up your cheeks. Pain is God, bro. I literally split. I oiled you up, bent you over, and just plowed you, bro. Come on now. You took that fucking load. Don't ever talk to me like that, little boy. Come on now. But yeah, Jubito would low-key slam, bro. Like, it's not even funny, bro. Like, even... Damn, that's insane, bro. Even if you think DMS Kakashi beats Jubidara, which he probably would, you know. Like, he might even run out of time before he can do anything. And it's not like DMS Kakashi would really be able to do anything to Jubito, because he can just Kamui out of the Kamui dimension, you know. He can just bring himself back. Legitness meat watching? Yeah, I know that's legitness. His pussy ass been staying away, bro. Little weirdo. I'll slap my nuts on your forehead.
Their strongest form is kind of disagreed on. So for every person we talk about, we're going to be establishing what their strongest form in and why I believe that's their strongest form. Secondly, while I will be talking a series of one-on-ones, like Naruto versus Sasuke, Hashirama versus Madara, the person who wins the most one-on-ones doesn't necessarily win this fight. Because if the people on the side that win more one-on-ones end up going against somebody who they can't beat even collectively, well then obviously the other side would win. The way I think of this battle is that essentially there's...
Oh yeah, I'm tweaking. I forgot about DMS Obito. Like, even then, like, DMS Obito stalemates DMS Kakashi, if not, like, he goes band for band with him, if not doing even better than he does, because those are his eyes originally, and he doesn't have a time limit like Kakashi. And then Jubidara just smacks up all of the other Hokages. Like, come on now. Either way, even if it is strongest forms, like, the Uchiha will win. Like, it's kind of sad.
7 one-on-ones. If one of the Uchihas or the Hokages falls, the winner of that battle would go to help in another battle. That's just the way it would work. If Shisui beat Tsunade in a fight, he would not go help Itachi. And that's basically it. Strongest forms entirely doesn't mean victory, though it is a relatively good indicator that one side will win. I guess the only other real thing I need to do is establish the teams. Can you guess who's on the Hokage's team? But as for the Uchihas, it's Izuna, Madara, Obito, Itachi, Sasuke, Fugaku, and Shisui.
Yeah, Izuna, Fugaku, and like possibly even Shisui are pulling absolutely no weight. I guess that's why you have to use strongest forms for the Uchiha, because like these three motherfuckers right here, they're not doing anything, bro. They're not doing anything. Like, Izuna's probably getting packed up by Tsunade. Fugaku's getting folded by like Hiruzen, and who else is on the Hokage team for fucking Shisui? I don't even know.
Now, the power scaling for a couple of those characters is a bit wonky, so we're going to be doing our best based on what we know. With the rules out of the way, let's get into it. I figured the easiest way to do this is to work from the first Hokage to the last Hokage. Talk through the respective one-on-ones, tell you who wins, and get a tally going. Which means we get to start with one of the more interesting battles on this list, Hashirama versus Madara. See, this battle is basically the reason that I didn't want it to be their living forms, because Hashirama spent the entirety of his living life beating Madara down. Even when Madara found a new shiny pet in Kurama, Hashirama just made his wood golem a little bit bigger.
So are we not talking about six paths Madara like you just suggested we were? The hell are you talking about? That's how I can tell you get no cheese. You talking about me like you gay? Because you're my bitch. It's not gay if you're my bitch, bro. I'll have you hold in my pocket, little motherfucker. I'll have you rub Kool-Aid on your lips. Come on now. Shit, fucking tripping. Remember when I bet you, whenever I beat you in a debate, especially when you said Jubito blitzed Tobirama clone, but it was Tobirama himself. Literally, it doesn't matter. First of all, that wasn't a debate. Your claim was that como se dice? Your claim was that Tobirama didn't blitz Jubito, and right now you conceded that he just blitzed Jubito. And all I said was that this was a clone, and apparently it wasn't a actually. Hold. Oh no, this was the wrong scenario. It was this one. This was the wrong one. So either way, you said Tobirama was slower than Jubito, and you conceded that he just fucking blitzed Jubito here. So nice job, loser, fucking dumbass. Tobirama got split in half, and Minato only loses an arm. Feats. Oh my god, you're actually stupid, bro. You'll never join the server, bro. You will never run my ones, bro. You've been ducking me for months now, ever since December. Do not try this shit, bro. I would literally cock slap you, bro. I would literally cock slap you. I could go for some Kool-Aid right now. Oh my god, bro. Little motherfucker, bro.
And beat Kurama down. Madara decides to make majestic attires.
Better not drop the soap. Big Daddy Loco coming for you, bro. I will literally. Oh my god, I will be having you push your organs out your mouth, bro. I will literally be rearranging your guts live, bro. Come on now. You don't want this shit, bro. I will bash your head into the pavement, bro.
Susanoo with Kurama? Guess what? Hashirama has true 1000 arms Kanon. How did Hashirama figure out that he needed that move? I'll never know. How you stumble upon the
Loco wants to share a cell with legitness. Nah, he does not want it, bro. You ever seen that one GIF? It's a GIF. It's a video. It's like this like white dude's on call, and then behind him is like this big buff black dude. He says, "Come over here and kiss me on my hot lips. I'm feeling romantical." That is literally me to legitness right there, bro. I would literally be right behind him, just like digging him down, bro. Like literally and figuratively, bro. I would just fucking slam you, bro.
The fact that you can make a 1000 armed wooden god to punch a Susanoo off the strongest tailed beast, who knows? Weekends, sometimes you have a little extra time to mess around. And I figured if Madara loses in round 1, well then, there goes the entirety of the Uchiha's hope. So here we are talking about the strongest versions of both Hashirama and Madara. Now, the strongest version of Hashirama is kind of a contentious issue, and for good reasons.
Why?
See, many would argue that Hashirama's strongest form was when he was brought back during the 4th Great Shinobi World
That's just blatantly wrong. No one argues that. Literally no one argues that. He's just stated to be weaker.
War. Because after all, he was Edo Tensei, which means he had infinitely refilling chakra and was technically invincible. But the reason people consider this point contentious is because Hashirama didn't seem as powerful as he should have been in the 4th Great Shinobi World War. Obviously, Hashirama uses things like Wood Dragon and Wood Clones and Deep Forest Emergence in his Wood Golem, and he is seen using his Sage Mode, but never say Hashirama use his true 1000 Arms Kanon, which is weird when we consider the fact that he definitely had enough chakra and probably should have, especially because they were fighting against the tailed beasts, most specifically the Ten Tails. And I can't imagine a move that would have been better for coming up against the Ten Tails than a wooden god the size of the Ten Tails. On top of this, when Hashirama battles against Madara, while they're both Edo Tensei, before Madara even becomes human, Hashirama loses in a not so close battle. But we have to remind ourselves who brought these two respected people back with Edo Tensei. See, Kabuto brought back Madara while Orochimaru brought back Hashirama. And Kabuto had actually perfected Edo Tensei while Orochimaru really hadn't. See, Orochimaru's style of Edo Tensei is more focused on control than Kabuto's.
That's not
Orochimaru
true.
likes to
That's not true. Orochimaru perfected Edo Tensei because he had Kabuto. He had all of Kabuto's intel and his DNA, basically. Because Kabuto regrew from, like, part of Orochimaru, so that's just blatantly false. Like, Orochimaru's Edo Tensei are just as potent as Kabuto's, if not a little bit stronger. Possibly, you can make the argument for that, but they'd still be nerfed. Here it is. He comes out of Kabuto's flesh, from a piece of Kabuto's flesh. So he spawns in with Kabuto's powers, basically. So, yeah.
Control those he brings back with Edo Tensei, while Kabuto just likes to direct those who he's Edo Tensei in a direction. On top of this, Kabuto stated to Madara that he made a bunch of adjustments to his body in order to make him as strong as possible, bringing him back at the peak of his physicality, and with his Rinnegan, and with Hashirama's cells. Well, Hashirama was just brought back like any other Edo Tensei body, which means he was brought back as he died, which means that Hashirama was brought back somewhere in his 50s, and therefore it makes sense that he wouldn't be at his strongest, especially when compared to Madara. So then who do you take? A Hashirama with infinitely refilling chakra and technically invulnerability, or a Prime Age Hashirama who already kind of has both of those things? See, Hashirama's healing factor while he was alive was compared to that of the mitotic regeneration created.
No one argues Edo Hashirama over a live Hashirama. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about, bro. Loco, just meet up with me in real life and let's live stream the fight, bro. You don't even want to do a debate. How the fuck do you expect to meet up with me IRL, bro? You not about that shit, bro. Sit your little ass down. Shut your ass up.
Through the 100 heals.
The way $5 from Drip Lord Entertainment. The way he pronounces Edo Tensei Edo. He says like Edo Tensai. It's angering. Yeah, I was like biting my tongue, trying not to make fun of him for like a little pronunciation error. But yeah, it is. It is kind of funny.
Seal, meaning for better or worse, he already basically had Edo Tensai healing while alive. On top of that, when we consider the
Edo Tensai.
fact that Hashirama arguably had the highest chakra reserves we've ever seen and the ability to constantly refill it using his Sage mode, the chakra refill of Edo Tensai also isn't that much of a boost. So if I could be so bold as to say, I don't believe that Edo Tensai Hashirama was his strongest form. I believe Hashirama's strongest form was most likely the form he was in when he battled against Madara for the last time. The form
No shit, Sherlock.
that used Thousand Arcanon to punch Majestic Susanoo off of Kurama. But is that Hashirama going toe-to-toe with 3 Rinnegan Madara? This would be
He is using Jubidar. What the hell?
the Madara that was able to pull off Infinite Tsukiyomi. So the question becomes, could Prime Age Hashirama win against this Madara? And
Are you really asking yourself that question, brother? Are you acting like this is contentious? Are you really acting like Hashirama, any version of Hashirama, is putting up a fight against fucking Jubidara? Like, yeah, basic common sense just tells you no, it's not happening. And luckily enough for me, I can like kind of just dismiss this very easily with the 1 page. So this is unstable Jubito, not even stable Jubito, and like full power perfect stable Jubito is still stated to be weaker than Jubidar by Minato. So yeah, this should tell you everything you need to know, and these guys corroborated down here.
well, I think this fight is closer than a lot of people would like to admit. Unfortunately, Hashirama would not win this. See, Hashirama with the Sage mode would most likely be able to react to Limbo clones. But the thing that Hashirama had over Madara for all of their battles was durability, regeneration, and chakra. With Madara's body essentially becoming 100% white Zetsu after becoming the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, he not only had basically infinite chakra because he could tap into the chakra of the Ten Tails, he also had a regeneration factor so insane he was able to recover from Night Guy. And while obviously—
Wait, are we still talking about Jubidar versus Hashirama, bro? Like, Chad, do I skip around this? Like, or do we wait to see what he says? Like, imagine he actually says Hashirama wins.
Hashirama has some incredible offensive capabilities. I don't think he has anything in his arsenal that can stack up to Night Guy. Now, the real question becomes, would release work adversely against the Ten Tails Jinchuriki? As a Ten Tails Jinchuriki is essentially one with Tailed Beast Chakra. And honestly, we can't really say, because while we do see Madara use Wood Release before he becomes the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, and the same could be said for Obito, when both of them become Ten Tails Jinchuriki, they stop using Wood Release. Now, could this be because if they used Wood Release, it would weaken them? Or because they genuinely didn't need to, considering all the other power-ups they had received? We really can't say. But when we consider the lore, at least within the confines of Naruto, the Kaguya herself was once the Ten Tails, it stands to reason that as a Ten Tails Jinchuriki, there's the possibility that Wood Release would actually work rather effectively against—
There's no way in hell this dude is about to argue that fucking Hashirama beats Jubidara. There's no way. Chat, there's no way. Chat, there's no way. Chat, there's no way.
you. Not to mention, I do believe that Hashirama probably has the speed to react to Madara's faster attacks. But if it comes down to a battle of longevity, even though Hashirama could hypothetically react to Limbo clones, things like that are going to wear—
Prove that. Prove he could react to Limbo clones. Prove that. Prove he can sense Limbo clones or see them. Prove that. You can't do it. Because he can't fucking do it. He can't do it. It won't happen. Even Naruto, with his godlike KCM Kurama emotion sensing, wasn't able to sense the Limbo clones. Like, what makes you think that Hashirama Sage Mode would be any different, bro? Like, nobody could perceive that shit. And it's stated to be, like, it's stated that you can't even perceive it or understand it without having, like, some type of six paths ability. I could pull up the databook statement for that. But it's like you're literally talking out your ass here. Another 5 from Drip Lord Entertainment. See, you can't let that slide. The only way to sense Madara's Limbo clones is having 6 pass Sage Mode or blatantly being an Otsutsu. That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know why he's even, like, you're acting like this statement doesn't exist. Like, even if you're not, like, a power scaler or, like, NCHammer, the thing about NCHammer is that he claims to be the most knowledgeable person about Naruto. Like, I was literally watching a short of him earlier today where he claims to be the most knowledgeable Naruto tuber. yet he doesn't know about this, or he can't connect the dots. Like either he doesn't know about this, or he's not intelligent enough to connect the dots between this. And also he just saying stuff that's blatantly wrong. So obviously he isn't the most knowledgeable Naruto tuber. Like he's saying that he can somehow perceive the limbo clones. He could probably react to the limbo clones. Granted, like he can react to them, but he cannot perceive them. Right? He doesn't have the ability to do so. Especially when these things one-shot Biju and Naruto. That's KCM2 Naruto's Kurama avatar going down right there. It's not just the Biju that are getting fucked up, because the Biju are kind of weak by themselves. But that's KCM2 Naruto, a perfect Jinchuriki getting fucking punched in the face, bro. What is he talking about, bro? Dang, bro.
Him down over time, and he doesn't have the power scale of the 10 tails to tap into. I mean, Madara essentially stole Sage Mode from Hashirama, making Madara pretty much everything Hashirama already was. So it'd be like Hashirama fighting against Hashirama with Rinnegan. It's an uphill battle, to say the least. So that's one for the Uchiha, and a formidable foe for the Hokage to defeat at the end. After
I cannot believe that it took you that long to decide this. I can't believe it. Like, that was... Hold on. That was about 3.5 minutes of deliberation. Of just the most obvious shit. I think he's literally just padding this video, bro. Hashirama is losing to Sakura and Guy. It's crazy. Oh man. Sasuke can see him because he has his eyes. Naruto says he can sense them, he just can't see them. That's with fucking 6-pass Sage Mode. Not normal Sage Mode, dipshit. Man, give him 86. Give him 86, Spectre. Get him out of here. Revoke him from the team, bro. Eject him. Eject him from the game. I don't want his ass in here. If he does, like, his ass been ducking me forever. He doesn't join the Discord server. Cartel link in description. Come join it, bro. I bet you won't. I bet you won't do it. Spectre, if you don't see anybody join the server in the next like 2 minutes, give him 86, bro. I'm tired of this shit. 86,000 seconds.
For Hashirama, we have Tobirama, the second Hokage. Now, fortunately, just like with Hashirama and Madara, Tobirama has an Uchiha rival. His Uchiha rival was Izuna. And Izuna, even though his powers really weren't that explained, and we don't really know how strong he was a wielder of the Mangekyo Sharingan. Him and Madara awoke the Mangekyo Sharingan after killing one of their closest friends after reading the stone tablet. And it was with the power of this MS that both Madara and Izuna were able to fight toe-to-toe with Tobirama and Hashirama for years. That is, of course, until Tobirama created a couple of new jutsu. See, Tobirama saw that Izuna was upgrading himself with...
Nah. When Izuna sees Tobirama on the battlefield, he's gonna have like flashbacks of Tobirama just absolutely clapping his cheeks, bro. Honestly, Tobirama could just roll up on Izuna, solo him, and then go back to whoever else he's fighting, bro. Like, honestly, I think the best matchup here for Tobirama is Obito, but obviously we're talking about Jubito here, so that wouldn't really work. So I guess it would be Itachi, and then Tobirama just claps him, bro. Tobirama just claps Itachi pretty bad. Tobirama would 2v1 Izuna and Itachi pretty easily.
With new eyes. So Tobirama decided to upgrade himself with teleportation and cloning himself and bringing the dead back to life. Seems a bit harder than stabbing your best friend to death while they're asleep, but what would I know? I haven't done either of those things, is what legally I have to say. And here's the thing, you can make the same argument that the strongest form of Tobirama could either be his Edo Tensei form or when he was in his prime age while still alive. But for Tobirama, I believe there's a strong argument for his Edo Tensei form being his strongest form. See, sure. Tobirama was the creator of Edo Tensei.
Just because he has access to more jutsu, specifically the tandem paper bombs.
Nobody understands it better than him. Well, that's probably not true. Kabuto and Orochimaru might understand it better than him, but nobody applied it more evilly than Tobirama. See, Tobirama created a little thing called mutually multiplying explosive tags, where essentially he would create these Edo Tensei people out of explosive tags. And since these people had infinite regeneration as they exploded, they would regenerate, making more explosive tags, making a near infinite cycle of explosions. See, Tobirama usually only could do this with other people, but as an Edo Tensei person, he was able to do it with himself. On top of that, even though Tobirama did have an insane amount of chakra, it wasn't nearly as much as Hashirama's. He also didn't have a Sage Mode that could replenish his chakra, so having infinitely replenishing chakra would also be a big plus. So while yes, did Edo Tensei Tobirama get absolutely sunned by Madara? Yeah, but did a live Tobirama who was technically weaker than Edo Tensei Tobirama already beat Izuna in a fight? Also, yes. Now, you could say that was a surprise feat because Izuna had never seen flying Raijin before, and quite honestly, if I had never seen a dude teleport before, and the first time I saw a dude teleport, he was trying to stab me, I'd be a little startled too. But considering that's genuinely the only feat we have for Izuna, I'm gonna have to go and give this one to Tobirama with relative ease. So things are all tied up, one Uchiha, one Hokage. Coming up in our third spot is kind of weird.
Why is it weird, you ask, Nick?
I'm not trying to get banned, but I've never had Tobirama over Itachi. Is it because of speed? First of all, bro, I'd never ban you from chat, bro. I'd never do that, bro. I like you, Dom. It's but Tobirama is above Itachi, most likely in physical strength because he did kind of like um make early EMS Sasuke kind of like shit his pants. I don't like when people say that he like fear hacks him into submission or anything like that. I feel like that's disingenuous. But at the very least, you have to say that he like EMS Sasuke was kind of like stressed about the thought of going up against Tobirama, and we know for a fact that EMS Sasuke or early EMS Sasuke is just blatantly stated to be equal to Itachi. He stated to be recognized as Itachi's equal. So that should tell you enough right there. Of course, the speed factor is insane. He would have a massive speed gap on Itachi. He should be able to react to all of his attacks, including Amaterasu and the Totsuka Blade. Tandem Paper Bombs will bypass the Susanoo, just absolutely destroy the Susanoo. So, yeah. That's basically why Tobirama's above Itachi.
Well, that's because our third Hokage is Hiruzen. And if I were...
Anyway, 86k? Yeah, get him out of here, bro. His ass is too scared to join the server. Honestly, like, for the rest of you guys, I hope I'm not scaring you off from joining the server. Like, I hope that's not the case. But, like, that's not what we do in there. We don't just, like, shit on people constantly. That's just, like, the only place that I have where we can, like, set up, like, a debate or, like, have a discussion or anything. I hope you guys don't think, like, people just come into the server to die. Like, it's actually a pretty chill server. Like, we don't always do that shit. So I'd appreciate it if y'all join Cartel, because I'd like to talk to you guys on a daily basis. But yeah, like the stream, boys.
To hypothetically add Kagami Uchiha onto this list, I guess that could have been Hiruzen's Uchiha foil, as both Hiruzen and Kagami served on Tobirama's protection detail. But the only thing that we really know about Kagami Uchiha is that he also might have had the Koto Matsukame. We don't know that, though. It's simply stated that his Genjutsu prowess was equal to or possibly greater than Shisui's. So considering the fact we have next to nothing about Kagami, I'm not going to include it. The next closest thing I would say to having a foil for Hiruzen amongst the Uchiha would be Fugaku. And listen, I can already hear you screaming,
"No, Nick, Minato would be the foil for Fugaku."
And technically, that wouldn't be inaccurate, but it also wouldn't be hugely accurate. Fugaku was around 40 years old when he died, and Fugaku garnered a lot of his fame in Konoha during the Third Great Shinobi World War, where he
whoa, we're talking about prime Hiruzen here. Don't think I forgot NC. You said prime forms. This motherfucker Hiruzen might be on Hashirama's tier, and there's really nothing to contradict that. They're both called like gods of Shinobi in their own right. He's called a professor and all that shit. There really is nothing to contradict the god of the god of Hiruzen god of Shinobi meta. There's really nothing. So honestly, Hiruzen would be clapping up a lot of motherfuckers, bro, including Shisui and Fugaku pretty badly.
Likely shared a battlefield with Minato. And while there's plenty of fanfics about how Minato and Fugaku battled to see who would be the fourth Hokage, none of that's canon. We've actually never seen Minato and Fugaku interact. What we do know for sure, however, is that Hiruzen was very much the Hokage, while Fugaku was the leader to the Uchiha. And while yes, for 2 or so years, Minato was the Hokage while Fugaku was the leader to the Uchiha, Hiruzen was also in charge when the Uchiha were massacred. Hiruzen and Fugaku have substantially more overlap than Fugaku and Minato, especially when you consider the fact that Fugaku was roughly 10 years older than Minato. I believe he was actually closer to Hiruzen's age than Minato's age. That might not be true. And it's not like I'm gonna put Hiruzen up against Obito, because Obito has several better fights on this list. And well, I guess you could technically put him up against Itachi or Shisui. I think Itachi...
The Cartel is an awesome place. Yep, it's great. It's great. We have fun in there. We have VCs pretty much every weekend. We just be talking about random stuff, crack jokes, and memes, you know. It's like a really big group chat. So I'd suggest you guys join. It's not like a toxic debater fucking server or anything like that. That's the exact opposite of what I want it to be.
and Shisui both have better fights as well. Well, at least Itachi does. So it boils down to Hiruzen versus Fugaku, who wins. And this is a really interesting fight, mostly based on the fact that we know next to nothing about Fugaku. Even the canonicity of Fugaku's MS is kind of up in the air. See, in the manga, Fugaku doesn't have an MS. At least we've never seen it. While in the anime, it's revealed that Fugaku does have an MS, and it has the coolest shape out of any MS in the entire show. But the problem with the Uchiha is that the presence of an MS is a massive boost, especially if it's a dual MS, like it was in the anime for Fugaku. Having a dual MS for Fugaku would imply he has a Susanoo on top of two separate MS abilities. And while his MS...
Let's not run with the anime canon. He did say, or anime filler, excuse me. There is anime canon to the Boruto series where it's like Fugaku's MS is shown in like a textbook somehow. Like Konoha has intel on what Fugaku's MS looked like. It's the exact same pattern and everything like that. So you could use that because technically Boruto is anime canon. But what he's referring to right now is just completely filler and is basically irrelevant. So he's not using the correct argument that you would use to substantiate this. And plus, even if you did, you don't know what the abilities are. You don't know what stage of the Susanoo he's progressed to. He doesn't seem to be showing any effects of blindness. So there's really no reason why you can even assert that he'd have experience with the MS whatsoever. Especially not with using filler. So yeah, this is not the correct approach you'd want to be using if you were going to prove Fugaku has an MS in the first place. And even then, Danzo calls Shisui and Itachi the strongest members of the Uchiha clan. So it's still possible if obviously Konoha knows what this motherfucker Fugaku's MS look like. So it's possible that Danzo knows of his Mangekyo Sharingan, yet he still calls fucking teenage Itachi and Shisui the strongest of the clan. So that's not a good look for Fugaku.
MS abilities could hypothetically be the same thing, like with Shisui. Still, the possibility of him having 2 incredibly broken dojutsu abilities is something we need to weigh. So while conventional knowledge would tell us go with the manga, because obviously the manga is the most credible source material you can have, we are talking strongest versions here. And obviously Fugaku had dual MS, that would be the strongest version. And after all, Fugaku was known as Fugaku of the Wicked Eye, which points us in the direction that his dojutsu prowess was wicked. So
you're dog shit. Don't use anime filler, bro. Don't do it. If you're gonna at least go with the Boruto anime, because its canonicity is a little bit more verified, I guess. But the Shippuden filler is not something you want to be basing your argument off, dog. It's literally you ever seen that shit where it's like a printer prints something out and then the page just flies directly into a shredder? That's literally what he's doing here. He's trying to print out an argument and that paper just flies directly into a shredder. It literally means nothing when you're basing it off of anime filler.
So here's the thing. If Fugaku doesn't have an MS, then it's Hiruzen all day long. See, the strongest version of Hiruzen would be prime age Hiruzen. Probably
Good
somewhere
shit.
in his early
Yep.
40s. Somewhere around or probably earlier than Naruto's birth. See, Hiruzen was known as 2 things. The Professor
Let's go.
and the God of Shinobi.
Let's
now, obviously,
go.
the God of Shinobi is a term that
Let's
gets
go.
thrown around a good amount. Hiruzen,
WNC.
Hagoromo, and Hashirama have all been referred to as the God of Shinobi. Hiruzen has also been referred to as the strongest Hokage ever. Yes, that actually happened. Well, objectively, this almost definitely is not true, especially when we consider Naruto, but at the time, Naruto wasn't Hokage, he was a Genin. I guess he's still a Genin. Hiruzen's power is not to be underestimated. See, Hiruzen was known as the Professor because he learned every single jutsu of the leaf, meaning that every single jutsu used in the leaf, Hiruzen could use. All except, of course, for flying Raijin, and wood style, obviously. Like, if there are Kekkei Genkai that Hiruzen wasn't born with, then obviously he couldn't use it. And while we don't fully understand what every jutsu of the leaf means, we can assume that Hiruzen has one of the biggest arsenal of jutsu in the entirety of Naruto. Not to mention, we've seen multiple times that his battle IQ is insane. And also, his chakra reserves are possibly one of the highest in the entire show. See, somebody actually recently reached out to me over email and said,
Does Hiruzen have infinite chakra?
and as I got to reading their message, I got to thinking, does Hiruzen have infinite chakra? Because here's the thing, in Hiruzen's battle against Orochimaru, when he was much older and out of his prime, Hiruzen pulled out 2 Shadow Clones and used Reaper Death Seal 3 times, as every single one of his Shadow Clones was using Reaper Death Seal. And while in this direct moment we didn't fully understand what this meant for Hiruzen, the feat of being able to seal away Tobirama, Hashirama, and Orochimaru's arms simultaneously says a lot. See, I'm not going to sit here and speculate that Hashirama and Tobirama in this Edo Tensei form were at full strength. Inherently, we know they weren't, because Hiruzen was able to pull out the entirety of Hashirama and Tobirama's souls out of those Edo Tensei bodies. Now, if Hashirama and Tobirama were at full power, this would be an insane feat for Hiruzen, as in order to pull out the entirety of somebody's soul using Reaper Death Seal, you have to have equal to or greater chakra than that.
All right, leaving a dislike on this video. You're continuing to perpetuate this nonsense. We've talked about this on several videos already. Reaper Death Seal is not a tug of war chakra like Naruto versus the Nine Tails. It is not the same thing. It is 100% not the same thing. Hold on. Reaper Death Seal is based off your strength. It does not come from how much chakra you have. It literally has if you're low on chakra, you're low on stamina. So technically chakra does kind of play a part in it, but literally Reaper Death Seal is not a chakra tug of war. This is nonsense. It's based on absolutely nothing. Because hold on, I'm trying to find where it is. Hiruzen says, "Am I not strong enough to even pull out his soul here?" Where is it? He's like, he's like, curse my own strength. Am I not even strong enough to sacrifice myself for this village, even though I've resigned to die or something like that? So like Hiruzen literally was not physically strong enough to tie down Orochimaru's entire soul. Like he wasn't able to kill Orochimaru with that. Uh, I hate this. It literally came from nowhere. Like it's just a big misconception about like not knowing anything about the series whatsoever. It's like you're just assuming that the chakra tug of war is in it. God, man, where is this Hiruzen fight? You're just assuming that the chakra tug of war is the exact same as the Reaper Decio, which is a massive assumption to make in the first place. It's literally a non sequitur. I don't even know how you get there in the first place. I guess they work similarly, like you both have to... There it is. It seems I don't have enough strength left to drag out your soul. Yeah. So this is only one of the statements. He says something similar at least 2 other times, if I remember correctly. So it's not a chakra tug of war. Like it's literally just strength based. So Hiruzen does not have infinite chakra.
Considering the fact that these were shadow clones and there was 2 of them, that would mean that 33% of Hiruzen's chakra is equal to that of Hashirama and Tobirama. But I digress. Hiruzen still clutched up a battle against Hashirama, who was able to use wood release, and Tobirama and Orochimaru all simultaneously while 70 years old. And while you could sit here and say,
Oh, well, yeah, he lost, though.
even being able to beat a weakened Hashirama and Tobirama who have infinitely refilling chakra and can regenerate infinitely is saying something. On top of that, since he technically split his chakra into thirds with the 2 shadow clones, more likely than not, after those 2 shadow clones used Reaper Death Seal against Hashirama and Tobirama, he didn't get that chakra back. Hiruzen was able to pull out roughly 1/3 to half of Orochimaru's soul with 33% of his chakra.
Bro, prove... Where are you getting 1/3 to 1/2 from of Orochimaru's soul? Like, this is an insanely baseless assumption, bro. Ugh.
As a senior citizen, which would mean at that moment Hiruzen most likely had equal amounts of chakra to Orochimaru before he split his chakra into shadow clones. That is to say, if Hiruzen hadn't split himself into shadow clones, he would have been able to pull out the entirety of Orochimaru's soul. On top of that, technically the way that Reaper Death Seal works is that after the Reaper grabs your soul, you shouldn't be able to move at all. So Orochimaru being able to wiggle his fingers to move the sword of Kusanagi is kind of stupid. On top of this, Hiruzen has arguably the first and or second strongest summon in the entirety of Naruto, with Monkey King Enma. Monkey King Enma is a 7, maybe 8 foot tall monkey, but he's based off Sun Wukong from Journey to the West. And again, so is Hiruzen, kind of. Which is why Monkey King Enma is able to turn into an adamantite staff. Now, adamantite is the strongest material in Naruto. So strong that adamantite chains, the sealing jutsu used by the Uzumaki, are able to seal Kurama. And Monkey King Enma in this form is able to weave ninjutsu, like Shadow Clone Jutsu, to make things like lattices and cages that are able to stop deep forest emergences from Hashirama. Mind you, Deep Forest Emergence is one of the most powerful offensive jutsus in Naruto. On top of that, Hiruzen's adamantite staff was also able to push Kurama out of Konoha. Full 100% Kurama. For that matter, Hiruzen was kind of boxing with Kurama until Minato pulled up. And I had no hesitation in saying that Hiruzen probably could have pulled off everything Minato pulled off in his battle against Kurama. And maybe even possibly done better, considering the fact that I believe Hiruzen's battle IQ was probably a little bit higher than that of Minato's, assuming Hiruzen also had the help of Kushina. So could Prime Hiruzen beat somebody with a Susanoo? Well, it's kind of...
Hey, yo, $5 from Josh Farrow. Let's get it. The way they say strength, though, it doesn't sound like it necessarily means it's physical. How would you prove that it refers to physical strength? I can, if I find the other scan, like, I'm gonna try to quote it for you. This right here was not what I was looking for. Maybe it's later on. He says, yeah, I believe it is later on. He says, I cannot believe that even though I resigned myself to die, I can't pull out his soul. Yeah, once again, he's just referring to his decrepit state. Hold on. Where is it? It's when he realizes that he can't seal him completely. Fuck. I guess this isn't it. Nah. I can't. I'm not going to be able to find it. God. This fight is so long. Yeah. But he says something along the lines of, like, I'm too weak to pull out his entire soul. Like, I can't believe it. So, that would just directly correlate to physical strength. Basically. Like, what else is it going to be referring to? He's like... That'd be the most likely assumption. Yeah, I'm I can't find it. But thank you for the 5 though, Josh. I appreciate that.
Kind of hard to say, because even within the confines of those who wield Susanoo, power levels are massively different. Are we talking Kakashi Susanoo, or are we talking Sasuke Susanoo? Are we talking Itachi Susanoo? Are we talking Shisui's hypothetical Susanoo? We just don't know. Considering the fact that Fugaku was both the father of Itachi and Sasuke, I would reckon that if he did have a Susanoo, it would be pretty powerful. So it feels as though if...
Yeah, I guess you really just don't know, but I mean, unless Fugaku had crazy blindness setting in already, like Sasuke using the Mangekyo like once during the B fight already had him losing his eyesight. It's kind of crazy. Like after the B fight, before the Kage Summit, he can tell that he's already losing his eyesight. So Fugaku probably isn't blind, so he wouldn't really have access to the armored Susanoo for sure. Maybe the humanoid, possibly, but even that is kind of a stretch. And like in the confines of Shippuden, he doesn't have the Mangekyo. Only the Boruto anime, if you consider that to be canon, and its canonicity still is questionable.
Fugaku was walking around in a fully formed Susanoo, that would have come up more often, like even once. So I'm not going to give him anything in terms of an insane...
And yeah, also, like I said earlier, Shisui and Itachi are still stated to be stronger than Fugaku, like teenage Shisui and Itachi.
Susanoo. Maybe a ribcage or not a fully formed one like Itachi's, but with none of the spirit weapons that Itachi had. Because he wasn't known as Fugaku of the Yata Mirror or the Totsuka Blade, I guess genuinely the best comparison that I can draw to what I imagine Fugaku's strength might have been with a dual MS is probably Sasuke in his battle against Danzo. As mind you, Fugaku didn't have an EMS.
Holy
and in this
shit.
battle, Danzo pushed Sasuke pretty much to his limits. And while obviously Danzo had Izanagi and Hashirama's cells, he was also pushing 70 years old. He needed these kinds of things to still be powerful. Half the things that killed Danzo he probably could have avoided if he wasn't 70, or in the circumstance of Hiruzen, possibly just deflected with an adamantite staff. On top of that, Danzo was infamously weaker than Hiruzen. They were rivals, but Danzo was always playing catch up with him. So I guess the real question that I'm trying to ask here is that could a prime version of Hiruzen beat the Sasuke that killed Danzo? And while I think the battle would be close, I think I have to give the edge to Hiruzen. See, Hiruzen was alive during the first...
Weird logic, but fuck it. You at least came to the right conclusion.
First Great Shinobi World War. Hiruzen knew of Madara and Fugaku and all of the Uchiha greats. He had fought beside them for years, decades even, fighting alongside a possible another dual MS wielder with Kagami Uchiha. Hiruzen, the professor, would most likely have jutsus that would allow him to counter...
Fugaku would get slammed by MS Sasuke, unironically negative diff. Yes, it's not even close, but even that is a massive highball for Fugaku, by the way. He is not touching MS Kage Summit Sasuke. He's not touching heavy Sasuke. Right, I could definitely scale Heavy Sasuke above Shisui and Massacre Itachi extremely easily. I could do that easily, right? And Fugaku is just below them, right? So he's literally gonna get slammed. He's going to get fucked over very badly by Hiruzen. Prime Hiruzen, stronger than Hashirama. Oh my god, Hiruzen is putting a fucking hole in his chest, bro. He's putting him on a fucking t-shirt, bro. He's smoking that pack, bro. Oh my goodness, he's plopping his eyes out and giving them to Danzo, bro. Oh my goodness, he's gonna make Tobirama proud the way he's gonna do Fugaku so dirty. It's insane.
Counteract things like a Susanoo ribcage. But since this battle has so many question marks, I'm willing to call it a draw in that Hiruzen wins, but he's out of the battle. And thus the Uchihas versus the Hokage is kind of 1-1-1, which brings us to our 4th entry on the list.
Wait, 1-1-1? Like, did you tie somebody? I'm kind of confused. He ain't touching Final Valley Sasuke from part 1. Hey man, all I'm saying is that Final Valley Sasuke from part 1 is likely above Kakashi based off the fact that he fear hacks Kabuto, who's relative to part 1 Kakashi. And I don't know if Fugaku even scales to fucking full power Kakashi. Scale heavy Sasuke above Itachi, lol. I meant Massacre Itachi. Like the one that killed his clan, you know? Like teenage Itachi, even with the early Mangekyo, like heavy Sasuke is still probably beating him.
Minato. Now, if Minato's not fighting Fugaku, who is he fighting? Well, Minato doesn't really have an Uchiha foil. I mean, I guess you could argue that it's Fugaku,
Itachi.
or you could argue that it's some other people. But genuinely, I believe that the best foil to argue for Minato would be Itachi. See, Itachi and Minato did have overlap.
Yeah, it's KCM Minato. Just give it to Minato. Like, let's not even bother, like, talking about all this. Like, KCM Minato is gonna, like, cook Itachi. Like, let's be honest here. But I'm sure he's gonna spend the next 10 minutes talking about it.
Itachi was about 4 or 5 years old when Naruto was born. No, I think he was 6? That doesn't matter. But the connection between Itachi and Minato isn't because they existed at the same time. No. It's because they lived very similar lives. See, both Itachi and Minato were considered childhood geniuses, with Minato gaining the highest ever score on the written part of the Ninja Academy exam, and Itachi gaining the second. On top of this, when it comes to Naruto fights, Minato versus Itachi is one of the most talked about ones of all time.
Oh man, this video was bad. This was insane.
Even I've done a whole video on it. And since I've already done a whole video on it, you can watch it right here if you want to. It's very easy for me to give you an answer as to who wins this fight. It's Minato, and it's not close. See, in my video, I try to consider a couple of different scenarios. What if Itachi never had chakra sickness? What if he had a full Susanoo? What if he had EMS? And all of these variables were to help equate for the massive gap in power between the strongest versions of Itachi and the strongest versions of Minato. Because undoubtedly, the strongest version of Minato is Edo Tensei Minato. I mean, Minato died at what, 23? He died in his prime. Therefore, when he was Edo Tensei, he was brought back in his prime. On top of that, well, technically Minato was still a perfect sage while he was alive. It's not revealed until he's brought back to life. Now, Minato states that he's not good at gathering the Senjutsu chakra, but he is quite literally a perfect sage. And when we consider the fact
that doesn't mean that he's good at gathering Senjutsu chakra. Like, he can just be good at controlling the chakra to the point where he doesn't have frog features, but he could still be ass at maintaining sage mode. It's it literally doesn't correlate with each other. It's like two unrelated points entirely.
That Edo Tensei Minato could just have Kurama collect Senjutsu chakra for him, well, he doesn't need to be good at it, because Minato, after all, was brought back as a perfect Jinchuriki of Kurama. Now, Minato does take a couple of L's in the 4th Great Shinobi World War, but this is only because he keeps getting hit with True Seeker Orbs. And since True Seeker Orbs can attack the soul and not just the body, Minato isn't able to regenerate things like his
I love this picture of Minato. I think it's so funny.
Arms. Isn't that kind of messed up? That like Minato, because he fought during the 4th Great Shinobi World War, just doesn't have arms in heaven. Like an entire eternity with no arms. Hard to consider that heaven. If only he could have got Orochimaru's. But here's the thing. Minato isn't alone in having his strongest version be his Edo Tensei self. Because Itachi's strongest self is absolutely his Edo Tensei self. When Itachi's brought back using Edo Tensei, he doesn't have to worry about things like his chakra sickness or his lack of EMS. Because as an Edo Tensei person, he is infinitely refilling chakra and infinite regeneration. Which means if he uses MS abilities, any damage done to his eyes will instantly regenerate. And any chakra used by those abilities will just refill. But even that is not enough to cover the gap of power between Minato and Itachi. Because while obviously Itachi does have things like the Sword of Totsuka and the Yatamir, it's not a complete Susanoo. In fact, Itachi's biggest weakness is the fact that his Susanoo is not a complete Susanoo, which means that Itachi's Susanoo actually sits on top of the ground. It doesn't go under his legs, as Itachi is in contact with the ground as he walks, since walking is the only way he can move his Susanoo. So the way that Minato wins this fight, who by the way also has infinite regeneration and infinitely refilling chakra, is sort of in a battle of longevity. See, Minato doesn't really have anything in his arsenal that can destroy a Susanoo. We saw
All right. Since NCHammer can't do it, I'm going to have to be the one that hypes up Minato here. Yes, me. Obviously, KCM Minato would absolutely clap Itachi's cheeks, no cap. And my boy here, our buddy, our pal, NCHammer, said that Minato really doesn't have a way of breaking through Itachi's Susanoo. Damn, what a claim. Also, we can also, I believe at some point in time, Minato creates a Bijou Bomb. Is this it? I swear he creates a Bijou Bomb. I mean, he should be able to make one regardless. Like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find the panel, but I know at one point in time he does make a Bijou Bomb. Pretty sure. Either way, he's still, like NC said, he's a perfect Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, so he's gonna be able to make a Bijou Bomb. So yeah, I'm gonna have to throw some respect on Minato's name. He's definitely breaking through that little armored Susanoo. If that big ass Rasengan lands on anywhere but the Yatamir, like it's probably knocking around the Susanoo pretty badly. Especially, well, this is after Naruto applied Senjutsu to it, so you can't really scale. But it's like, see how Minato's Kurama avatar is reacting to the red hands from Jubito that are actually insanely fast. I have scaling for these hands. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to claim that Minato can't break through an armored Susanoo, or at least pressure it to the point where Itachi's gonna kind of get folded.
Madara with just a Susanoo ribcage turn away a big ball Rasengan from Naruto. And that was just a Susanoo ribcage, not to mention a Susanoo with a Yatamir. Now, well, technically the Yatamir functions by matching the chakra element of whatever ninjutsu is being used to attack it and reflect that. And since technically the Rasengan doesn't have an elemental chakra nature, it possibly could break through the Yatamir. Even if it did, it probably wouldn't destroy Itachi's Susanoo. Now, a tailed beast bomb, that might be—
There it is. That's a picture of it.
Even if it did, it probably wouldn't destroy Itachi's Susanoo. Now—
There it is. That's exactly what I was looking for. I believe that it's Minato. Maybe I'm tweaked. No. There's Gyuki in the back. It's not Minato. My bad. I mean, he invented the Rasengan, so he'll know how to Bijou Bomb. Yeah, exactly. Rasengan was designed off of a Bijou Bomb, so he should already know how to make it.
A tailed beast bomb, that might be a different story. We're not entirely sure if a Yatamira is able to reflect negative and positive energy. As much in the same way as a Rasengan, a tailed beast bomb doesn't really have an elemental release. It's an 8-to-2 mix of negative and positive energy. And considering the fact that Kirin, when used by Sasuke in his battle against Itachi, was able to destroy Itachi Susanoo, and there's no way you believe that Kirin has more offensive power than a tailed beast bomb from Kurama.
I don't know about that. Well, from Kurama. Maybe a normal Bijou Bomb? I can argue Kirin is stronger than a normal Bijou Bomb. I could do it. But one from Kurama, probably not.
If the Yatamira couldn't reflect a tailed beast bomb, then that's probably GG's for Itachi Susanoo. But even if we're considering Minato not using a tailed beast bomb, since Itachi Susanoo isn't complete, if hypothetically Itachi were to ever walk over, I don't know, a flying Raijin seal, Minato would be able to tell—
I wouldn't downplay Itachi's intelligence like that. It's not like he's gonna be stupid enough to walk over a flying Raijin seal. Like first of all, Itachi normally doesn't whip out the Susanoo until a lot later in the fight. Just in character, he doesn't use Susanoo unless he has to, even as an Edo Tensei. So he should at least know what Minato is capable of after fighting him for a little bit before he uses the Susanoo. So he's not gonna walk over a tag. I think that's an insane downplay on his intelligence. You're basically calling him stupid when you say that. But I do think that Minato might be able to run a play. He might be able to run a play. Maybe he could put like a FTG seal on a rock or something and then teleport inside.
Teleport within Itachi's Susanoo. We know this is a possibility because we know more than one person can exist in a Susanoo at once. And we also know with the power of the Kamui, Obito has been able to slip through chakra barriers. And considering the fact that Kamui and Flying Raijin work very similarly, there's no reason for us to believe that with the power of interdimensional travel, that Minato, using Flying Raijin, wouldn't be able to clip into Itachi's Susanoo. From there, it's just a matter of who can seal who. And when it comes down to it, Itachi's greatest Fuinjutsu is his Totsuka Blade. However, since his Totsuka Blade is attached to his Susanoo and is rather slow, it's only good against really big enemies, or enemies who don't understand what his blade does and prostrate themselves in front of him like Orochimaru. However, Minato was married to Kushina, an Uzumaki, and we know for a fact that Kushina at least taught him about the Reaper Death Seal and the 8 Trigram Seal, making Minato actually one of the more practiced Fuinjutsu masters in Naruto. So while I do believe that Itachi probably has a faster reaction time and a higher battle IQ than Minato, when we consider the fact that Kurama's Chakra Cloak is comparable, if not greater than an incomplete Susanoo in terms of defensive ability, and way greater than an incomplete Susanoo in terms of offensive ability, and that Minato's speed is far greater than that of Itachi's.
Yeah, he did say that Itachi had a faster reaction time than Casey and Minato, but I'm gonna let that one slide. I don't care enough to defend that.
The chakra durability and regeneration are all null points. It seems like a relatively clear win for Minato, making it Hokage's 2, Uchiha's 1, and then a tie. Coming in at number 5, we have—
Chat, who was the tie? Who was the tie, chat? Am I missing something? Does anyone remember what the tie is? I don't remember what he said so far. I don't. Who was the tie, chat? Loco was quick to hype up Heavy Sasuke's strongest move. Yeah, man. Yeah, can someone let me know who the tie was? I don't remember who it was. We talked about Naruto. Have we talked about Naruto and Sasuke yet? I don't believe we have. No, we haven't. So it was Hashirama versus Madara. Pretty sure he said Jubidara wins that one. He did say Jubidara wins. Then it was Tobirama versus Izuna. He said Tobirama wins that one. That's 1-1. Then Hiruzen versus Fugaku. He said Hiruzen wins that one, I believe. And now he said Minato beats Itachi. So that's... I don't remember who he said, but fuck it.
Tsunade, the 5th Hokage. Now, I know I've said every single one is an interesting one, but this one is also an interesting one. Tsunade's technically been around since before the First Great Shinobi World War. You could argue any Uchiha was her foil. But considering the fact that she basically has no relationship with any of the Uchihas on this list, I'm just throwing Shisui at her, because Shisui presents her with her most interesting battle. Now, I can already hear the people who revere Shisui as a god screaming at me,
Saying there's no way that Tsunade can hang in this battle.
and you might be right. Solid possibility you're also wrong, though. See, Shisui obviously is a dual MS user, even though we never saw him use his Susanoo, which leads a lot of people to believe he either didn't have one or just never figured out how to use it. And honestly, I'm partial to this theory, because there is a lot, and I mean a lot of times that Shisui very easily could have used the Susanoo to get out of tough situations, specifically in Itachi's light novels. When Shisui found himself being choked to death by Mukai Koihara, would have been a good time to use Susanoo. When Shisui found himself being jumped by Danzo, would have been a good time to use Susanoo.
I think it was Hiruzen versus Fugaku. That was the tie. There's no fucking way that he called that a tie, bro. There's no way he called that a tie, bro. There's no way he called that a tie, bro. There's no way he called that a tie, bro. Here, whatever, bro. We're past it already. I'm not gonna spend more time bitching about it.
And once again, if Shisui did have Susanoo, feels like we would have been talking about it at least a little bit. Now I know what you're saying. You're saying
Nick, Shisui does have a Susanoo. It's in the video games.
the video games aren't canon. But I did
Good shit.
Technically give Fugaku an MS based off what we saw in the anime.
kind of
Yeah. You're very inconsistent.
dug myself into a hole here. But like, if we're being
Yes,
real,
you
the anime
definitely
is
did.
significantly more canon than the video games.
It's equally filler and not canon.
I know it's all non-canon.
But let's be real with ourselves here. You know what? No, I'm not crossing that line, and here's the reason. Shisui unlocks his Susanoo in Revolution, that's the name of the video game, after he gets jumped by Danzo. But that directly contradicts actual canon materials with Itachi's light novels. As we know through Itachi's light novel that after getting jumped by Yoji Aburame and Danzo, he heads straight back to Itachi. So no, I'm not giving Shisui his Susanoo. I'm sorry. Honestly, the fact that I gave one to Fugaku, you should feel thankful. So what do we have with Shisui? Well, there's not
No,
a whole
I
lot.
don't feel thankful. I feel like you actually kind of botched that up when you said it was a tie for some reason, when it's fucking prime Hiruzen and it scales above Hashirama, or at least two Hashirama, tying against fucking Fugaku. Feetless Fugaku, that's what I like to call him. Feetless Fugaku, the one that gets kind of slapped up by teenage Itachi before he gets the MS.
To power scale off. Really, the majority of the things we know about Shisui come from Itachi's light novels, of which Shisui dies at the end of. And what these light novels tell us is that Shisui wasn't really as powerful as we think he is. Like, yes, did he have the Kodo Matsukame? Absolutely. Could he use Body Flicker? Absolutely. But genuinely, the only battle feat we see from Shisui is his fight against Mukaiko Hinata. And while Mukaiko Hinata is no slouch, he's one of the strongest members of the Anbu, an Anbu captain with one Byakugan. It takes both Itachi and Shisui to kill him. Now, at the time, was Itachi 12 and far from his peak power? Absolutely. But at this point in time, I think Shisui had 1, maybe 2 more years alive. It's not like at this moment in time, he was super far away from his peak power. Now, Shisui does basically win the fight for the both of them, as he activates Genjutsu from his Mangekyo Sharingan onto Mukaiko Hinata that makes Mukaiko Hinata cut his stomach open. But this wasn't even
Why are we talking about Mukaiko Hinata? It's Tsunade, a Sanin. Like, does this dude scale to the Sanin? Like, am I missing something? If I remember correctly, he's just a random Jonin. So pretty sure he's not even Sanin level. I don't think Shisui's built like that.
really the intention of Shisui, as Mukai just had a seal on him from the root that said that if he ever gets cast under
I was
Genjutsu, he
low-key
cuts his
freaky
stomach
as
open to
fuck for
protect
that.
the secrets of Konoha. So what does this mean? Well, it means that Shisui's physicality, strength, and speed were comparable to that of a high-level Anbu captain. And while obviously he could use techniques like the body flicker, while some would say that makes his speed equal to that of Minato, it does not.
What?
Maybe
What? Okay, so he's disagreeing with that, but I want to know what he
it means
said.
that Shisui's physicality, strength, and speed were comparable to that of a high-level Anbu captain. And while obviously he could use techniques like the body flicker, while some would say that makes his speed equal to that of Minato, it does not. Maybe
does
in terms
that-
of moving speed,
No,
Shisui and
of course
Minato
not.
were similar. Minato was truly the Yellow Flash because of Flying Raijin. We all know that, right?
Cook. Minato's speed only comes from flying Raijin. Cook. He's not fast physically. Let's go, NC. Let's go.
When it really comes down to it, he has
W.
Kodo Matsukame, and he is one of the faster characters in the show. Even though by the end, the majority of the main characters of the show can and do use body flick. So is Tsunade winning in a battle against Shisui? Well, in terms of things like durability and stamina, you have to give that to Tsunade. That is
AP,
inarguable. The
give it to
Byakuya seal
Tsunade.
allows her to heal herself from death 100 times. On top of that, it boosts all of her offensive and defensive capabilities to a superhuman level. After all, Tsunade was able to crack Madara's Susanoo ribcage, something that, mind you, Naruto's Big Ball Rasengan could not do. So in terms of offensive power, Tsunade is probably somewhere equal to early War Arc Naruto, without Jinko. Not to mention, in base form, that's without the use of the Byakuya seal,
Filler.
Tsunade is as
Filler.
physically strong as the 4th Raikage. And mind you,
Filler.
during that arm wrestling session,
Filler.
the 4th Raikage was using Lightning Chakra mode.
Why does he like using filler so much, bro? This shit is non-canon.
The thing that boosts all of his physical abilities 10
Don't downplay the Raikage like that.
to hundreds of times over. So in terms of offensive power, stamina, and durability, it's Tsunade. The problem is, Shisui has her in speed by a long shot. But not so much that I believe
Prove that.
Tsunade would be entirely
Prove that. Prove Shisui is faster than Tsunade. What makes you think Shisui is faster than Tsunade? Just because he's called, like, the fastest of, like, some random Jonin tier. Like, come on now. Like, who's he really scaling to realistically? Like, show me a feat that puts him on, like, Raikage tier, on Sanin tier, or anything like that, bro. Like, why is he as fast? Why is he even, like, faster than her? Like, deadass. Like, come on now.
overwhelmed. See, mind you, Tsunade has a summoning. Shisui does not. With Lady Katsuyo, Tsunade is able to revive from death more than 100 times. On top of the fact that Lady Katsuyo is also able to attack, being able to spew acidic goo. So the real question becomes, could Shisui kill her over 100 times without running out of stamina? And I'm gonna say, Maybe. We just don't know. I don't know how much chakra shis we had or how much stamina shis we had. Nobody does. We've seen him in 2 fights. One of them he won, one of them he very much lost. But with shis we even have to worry about killing her 100 times. Maybe not, because let's remember he also has Koto Matsukame. But would Koto Matsukame work on Tsunade? Listen, I can hear you screaming, but let me cook. See, we know that Sakura is all but immune to genjutsu, and this is because her chakra control is arguably the most precise in the universe. However, the person who taught her that precise chakra control is Tsunade. See, we don't know if Sakura would be immune to the highest level of genjutsu in Koto Matsukame. We do know that she, like a lot of Jinchuriki and all of the Otsutsuki, is considered immune to genjutsu, however. Though since Shisui's been gone for a long time, we've never seen Koto Matsukame used against a Jinchuriki or an Otsutsuki or Sakura. On top of that, let's talk about what we know about Koto Matsukame. You can be broken out of it like any other genjutsu. The second somebody identifies that you're under genjutsu, all it takes is for them to just put their hand on you and say release. We saw this one.
Okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I know where he's going with this. You can't prove that Mifune was broken out of Koto Matsukame specifically because he was made aware that he was under Koto Matsukame in the first place. It's you can't do it, basically. You could just say that Danzo released the genjutsu on him because they were starting to figure out what Danzo was doing. So really, you could just say that right here he stopped using his eye, right? And he turned off Koto Matsukami, which is why Mifune came back to his senses. So yeah, that's just an equally valid interpretation. It's just playing devil's advocate for Shisui here.
I saw that Mifune was under genjutsu, and Mifune was broken out of it. Now, the genjutsu that Mifune was under was Koto Matsukame. If Tsunade was being serious about this battle, it's safe to assume that she would summon Lady Katsuya, who, as a healer herself, also has incredibly...
Let you cook? The house is already gone? Bro, burn down the kitchen.
Precise chakra control, so much so that she's able to detect the fluctuations of chakra in those she's attached to. Thus, I argue that Lady Katsuya could function just like a tailed beast for Tsunade, meaning that if Lady Katsuya was attached to Tsunade's shoulder, the second that Tsunade gets put under a genjutsu, there's no reason to believe that Lady Katsuya couldn't break her out of it. On top of that, it was actually Tsunade who diagnosed that Yagura was placed under a genjutsu similar to that of Koto Matsukame, hypothesizing that Obito's genjutsu was actually related to that of Koto Matsukame, implying that Tsunade has a great understanding of genjutsu, specifically that of Koto Matsukame. So even if Tsunade isn't resistant to genjutsu like Sakura, which she probably should be, listen, I know she got placed under Infinite Tsukiyomi, let's be real, that's an outlier. Considering the fact that the weakness of Koto Matsukame is that you can be broken out of it like any other genjutsu on Earth, and the fact that Lady Katsuya would be attached to her shoulder and able to break her out of a genjutsu, it's a pretty glaring weakness for Shisui.
Yeah, I'd agree
so it
with
would
that,
genuinely boil down to...
You could say that Katsuyu might be able to break her out of it. It's possible. Yo, Logo, where does pain scale in terms of crossfit scaling? I heard multi-continental to moon level, but that probably wouldn't scale to his base physical, so where would he scale? I suppose relativistic reaction speed, possibly. If he scales to Sage Naruto, or at least relative to the Sannin in any type of way, who are supposed to be like relative to Hiruzen, who's the strongest of the 5 Kage, and in order to be the strongest of the 5 Kage, he'd at least need to be able to react to the Raikage, who's stated to move at light speed, or at speeds close to that, the speed of light. So Pain would have relativistic reactions, if not like at least FTO reactions. And in terms of like AP, it's hard to quantify Pain's AP. It depends on if you think he tanked the Bijou Bomb or not. It's possible. If he tanked Six Tails Naruto's Bijou Bomb, then he's pretty fucking strong when it comes to that. But in terms of physical strength, I don't think Pain is all that impressive. That's not what he's known for. Like, Pain isn't known for his physical strength or speed. He's just known for his hacks ability. So it's really as far as you think that Shinra Tensei and Chibaku Tensei can carry him. Like, other than that, he's not particularly impressive.
Can Shisui kill Tsunade 100+ times before Tsunade lands one punch and collapses his sternum? You tell me. Like, genuinely, there's no way to answer the question. We can't power scale a character we know next to nothing about. But considering the fact that he had access to the body flicker technique in his battle against Mukai Koinada and still managed to get caught by the neck, I'm thinking, yeah, Tsunade can probably land one punch in 100 tries into his sternum and flatten him like a pancake. And I can already hear the people getting upset, being like,
oh, this is why I don't listen to the light novels.
They're canon, baby. Kishimoto co-writes them. I'm sorry that your favorite character, who you hyped up as his god amongst ninja, isn't as powerful as you think he is.
Yeah, Shisui's ass.
especially against anybody who can be broken out of Chunin level Genjutsu. So yeah, I'm sorry. Tell me how, in words, that Shisui beat Tsunade in a fight. If you have a good enough reason, sure, we'll run
Chunin level Genjutsu is crazy, bro.
it back. I'll make a whole video about it. While you're typing out your answers, I'm going to the 6th Hokage, Kakashi, whose obvious matchup is Obito. Now you might be thinking,
Oh, well, this is an easy one for Obito.
it's not. The strongest version of Kakashi is DMS Kakashi, who ironically has Obito's eyes and has Obito's Sage of Six Paths chakra, while the strongest version of Obito is Jubito. The problem is this fight is very similar to Hashirama versus Madara. The reason that the strongest version of Hashirama couldn't win against the strongest version of Madara is because the strongest version of Madara already had all of Hashirama inside of him. That's pretty much the case for this fight as well. Well, obviously DMS Kakashi doesn't have some things that Jubito does have, most notably a Rinnegan. When it really boils down to it, that's it. But if we're sitting down and talking about things that these two don't have,
The Ten Tails? Obviously DMS Kakashi like could win if he lands a Kamui Raikiri, but I think this is just a bad matchup for Kakashi, specifically because Obito can like teleport himself out of the Kamui dimension, so like a normal Kamui and Kamui Shurikens won't really work. But I mean, a Kamui Raikiri might just kill Obito if he can just cut him in half, but there's still a possibility that Obito could regen for that, so he'd have to go for the head.
Jubito technically can't use Kamui. He was too unstable as a Ten-Tails Jinchuriki to be able to use Kamui. So even in the odd Bizarro universe where both Kakashi and Obito have Kamui, technically Obito wouldn't even be able to use his Mangekyo Sharingan ability, which means things like Kakashi's Kamui Shurikens would still be one-shot kills against Jubito.
Oh my god. So the way the Kamui Shuriken are interesting because they like cut things off. They don't actually warp them into the Kamui dimension. It's like what Kakashi did to Deidara. He like severed his arm off, right? So the Kamui Shuriken are interesting in that regard, but like it's weird how Kamui work on him. Obito just can't phase through stuff. Like presumably he can still teleport to the Kamui dimension. He just can't phase through stuff with the 10 tails inside of him. That's the only thing that's stated.
Odd Bizarro universe where both Kakashi and Obito have Kamui, technically Obito wouldn't even be able to use his Mangekyo Sharingan ability, which means things like Kakashi's Kamui Shurikens would still be one-shot kills against Jubito. Listen, I wish that wasn't the circumstance as well, because for all intents and purposes, Obito is the one person that shouldn't be one-shot.
Can he use the dimension but not the intangibility? Yes, that's exactly how it works. So Obito can still travel across the Kamui dimension, but he can't become intangible with the 10 tails.
By Kamui Shurikens. I mean, assuming Obito had the durability to tank the shot of a shuriken the size of a school bus, being teleported to the Kamui dimension wouldn't kill him because he could teleport himself out of the Kamui dimension. See, this is the true power of Kamui Shuriken. If the shuriken doesn't kill you, the Kamui will. But the problem is, with Jubito, the Kamui would kill him, because the only way that Jubito would be able to escape the Kamui realm would be to use Kamui. And if he uses Kamui, he'll become an unstable vessel, and the 10 tails will reject him, which will lead to his death. On top of that, even though Jubito does have True Seeker Orbs, he doesn't have his intangibility. And here's the thing, the only things that work against True Seeker Orbs are Senjutsu attacks. And considering the fact that DMS Kakashi is powered with Sage of Six Paths Jutsu received from Obito, the majority of Kakashi's attacks would be able to cut through True Seeker Orbs. So when you consider the fact that DMS Kakashi was running the ones with Kaguya and technically speed blitzed her, being the only person outside of Naruto to land a non-surprise hit against her, and factor in the fact that Jubito lost the basically majestic attire Susanoo from Naruto and Sasuke before their Six Paths power-ups, there's literally no way Jubito would win this. I wish he stood a better chance, but honestly, in this fight, him being a 10 tails vessel is kind of a weakness, because the biggest strength you can have against Kakashi is being able to leave the Kamui realm. Which brings us to our final entry on the list. Naruto, the 7th Hokage. Who do you think he's going up against? Do you think it's Sasuke? Well, you would be right. Let's all sit here and be real with ourselves for 2 seconds. Without Baryon mode, Naruto is winning. Naruto.
Let's see what he says, chat.
And Sasuke fought in the Valley of the End, where Sasuke was powered by 8.5.
There's absolutely no fucking way you're bringing up the Valley of the End when we're talking about adult Naruto and Sasuke. Are you serious right now?
Tailed beasts, and Naruto had half, and Naruto won that fight. See, Sasuke was trying to kill Naruto, and while Naruto was like, oh, I'll take this seriously as well, let's be real, he was trying to stay.
You're bringing up something that happened 15 years before Boruto, where Sasuke could have become insanely stronger. The reason why Sasuke was kind of underperforming at the end of the series was specifically due to the fact that he did not have mastery over his Rinnegan. This is implied by Kurama. Like he's only growing with the Rinnegan in terms of skill, right? By the time he hits the final valley level, he's already on Hagoromo's tier of I suppose skill, but you could also use that to apply to like strength as well. He says like this is on the level of six pads, Hagoromo, whatever. But from here on, the only place for him to go is up, especially because in the last, it stated that Sasuke is the strongest of Kakashi's students. So by the time the last rolls around, which is about 2 or 3 years after the end of Shippuden, Sasuke has already surpassed Naruto, enough to the point where he is considered to be the strongest out of Kakashi's students. So this fight wouldn't even apply because we know that over time Sasuke does grow stronger. Now in Boruto, they're blatantly stated to be equals at that point in time, right? I believe he says, oh, it's called like a wandering shinobi that is equal in power to Naruto or something like that. He carries the strongest genjutsu and dojutsu, which is insane for Sasuke, by the way. It means his genjutsu is more potent than the infinite Tsukuyomi. So you could definitely say that his genjutsu would work on Naruto possibly without Kurama being able to break him out. Um, but this none of this would apply basically because we know for a fact Sasuke does get stronger in the last. He's stronger than Naruto, and by the time Boruto rolls around, they're just equals, right? So this literally does not matter. You cannot use this. Loco about to report the video. Loco about to rip NC a new ass. Loco about to click the dislike button a million times. Oh my god. Rip Akira? Yes, sir. Very sad. It is a very sad thing that happened, but may he rest in peace. But yeah, this was I can't the thing about NC is like his takes aren't too bad. It's just that his reasoning and his evidence for them are just way off the mark, bro. It's like we were talking about adult Naruto and Sasuke from Boruto, and the self-proclaimed most knowledgeable person in the Naruto community doesn't know that Naruto is just weaker than Sasuke in the last, and then Boruto they're stated equals. It's I don't even know if he doesn't know this, but it's just like his reasoning is still very bad for this. It's
Stalemate. And that's exactly what he did. He used the perfect amount of power in his Rasengan to blow off both Naruto and Sasuke's dominant arms, stalemating the battle, which was a win state for Naruto. So you don't genuinely believe if in that moment Sasuke wasn't being powered with the power of 8.5-tailed beasts, he would have even stood a chance against Naruto. Now I know what a lot of you
Naruto cooking Sasuke. I'm a Naruto fan. Hey, I don't care if you say Naruto wins. It's just that your reasoning has to actually be present. You have to give me a reason to why adult Naruto. Well, of course, with Baryon mode he'd win, but like without Baryon mode, you'd have to give me a reason as to why he would be able to beat him. It would really come down to like their skill sets because they're just stated to be equal, so they'd be as strong as each other, as fast as each other. And then from there on, it's like from their moveset, from their abilities, from their hacks. And I definitely think Sasuke has the better hacks when it comes to that stuff. Ami no Tejikara, he's mastered it. He has the perfect Susanoo. He has all of the Renegon abilities as well. He has, like I've already mentioned, he has Genjutsu greater than that of the infinite Tsukuyomi. Basically the strongest dojutsu of all time. So really, I do think Sasuke's moveset, adult Sasuke's moveset would allow him to win. Obviously, we know Final Valley Naruto beats up Final Valley Sasuke. That's kind of common sense. But when it comes to adult Naruto versus adult Sasuke, it's going to be a high diff fight either way. I just think Sasuke has the better uh, kit to take down Naruto. He has uh, more abilities, I guess you could say. But yeah, I mean, I don't care if you say Naruto wins. It's like if you think that the tailed beast chakra can help him out or whatever, he can use boil release or something like that. I'd agree with that. It's just that your reasoning has to be better than this, basing it off a fight that happened fucking 15 years, 20 years before the start of Boruto, right? This would be like saying looking at KCM2 Naruto versus EMS Sasuke, very equal. They're pretty much equal to each other. If not, Sasuke is a little bit stronger. I could prove that, but let's just operate under the assumption that KCM2 Naruto and EMS Sasuke are just blatant equals, like they're stated to be equal in Boruto. That would be like saying just because the Final Valley Sasuke from Part 1 Final Valley Sasuke beat up Part 1 Final Valley Naruto, therefore EMS Sasuke beats KCM2 Naruto neg diff. The reasoning is not there They obviously got a lot stronger over. That was only 3 years. That was only 3 or 4 years since the Final Valley Part One, right? And but like they're pretty much equals, I guess. Like I'm saying, Sasuke's probably stronger, so he would win. But the reasoning, that line of logic is not the way to go. Basically, it's bad.
You were saying,
Well, the Valley of the End isn't Sasuke's strongest form.
and you're absolutely right, it's not. Probably. I think it could relatively easily be argued that it was, but we'll say it's adult Sasuke for fun. And we all know that the Valley of the End is not Naruto's strongest form because in that fight he only had half of Kurama. So even directly after the Valley of the End fight, Naruto was stronger than he was in that fight, which is why we've seen feats like Naruto 1v1ing in Otsutsuki in
Literally doesn't matter. I don't know why you're bringing up the self I don't know why I keep messing up that word. The self-proclaimed most knowledgeable man in the Naruto community should know about the fact that adult Sasuke is stated to be, the last Sasuke is stated to be stronger than Naruto. So this does not matter. He's already on Naruto's level by this point.
Toneri on the moon. And mind you, Toneri had awoken to the Tenseigan, the Byakugan equivalent of the Rinnegan. Well, yes, obviously we've seen Sasuke go head on against Kinshiki and Momoshiki, sort of, and we've seen Naruto and Sasuke in relative base run Momoshiki's fade, but at the end of the day, the thing that killed Momoshiki and Ishiki was Naruto. Has Sasuke absolutely gotten stronger as an adult? Probably. Him saying that he would be able to solo Kage level threats is a pretty good indication of his increase in strength. And like I said earlier, his early feats shown against Kinshiki and Momoshiki when he discovers them also very impressive. But Naruto has close to, if not equal defenses in his Kurama mode as Susanoo, has an inherent healing factor through Kurama, giving him the edge and durability, can still use his most powerful attacks like Tailed Beast Palm, while Sasuke can no longer use Indra's Arrow. In his strongest forms is immune to Genjutsu because of Kurama, and is said to be the fastest person on Earth.
I don't know about that. I don't know if he's truly immune to Genjutsu because Sasuke had to pull him inside the Susanoo to protect him from the infinite Tsukuyomi. So if Sasuke's Genjutsu is stronger than the infinite Tsukuyomi, which it is stated, then it's possible that it might work on Naruto. Maybe. Who knows?
Faster than A, and was able to keep up with Minato. Genuinely, the only place that Sasuke really has a leg up on Naruto is battle IQ and maybe hacks, as the 6-Tome Rinnegan does confer Sasuke a couple of cool abilities. However, we haven't seen him use all of the 6 paths. I mean, we've seen him use Shibuka Tensei to seal all of the 9-tailed beasts at the end of the war arc, and we've seen him use the Deva path to push and pull people, but that's basically it. Those 2 abilities and his heavenly hand power, the ability to switch with objects, is basically all we ever see him use with his Rinnegan. That in space-time ninjutsu, which is genuinely the only way that Sasuke would be able to win in a fight against Naruto. As Naruto has no space-time ninjutsu capabilities, Sasuke could hypothetically trick Naruto into falling into a portal and just leave him there. But the fact that he never tried that against Naruto implies to me in the
No way. All right, listen to what he's about to say, Chad. Listen up.
pathetically trick Naruto into falling into a portal and just leave him there. But the fact that he never tried that against Naruto implies to me in the Valley of the End fight that Sasuke identified, it probably wouldn't work. And then, yes, obviously there's Baryon mode. But
first of all, before we get into Baryon mode, Sasuke wasn't able to use portals at the Valley of the End. You want to know why, NC? Because he hadn't mastered the Rinnegan yet. By Boruto, you see he's casually like fucking dimension hopping, bro. There's no way you can say Sasuke didn't get stronger to the point where he's equal to Naruto. That just backs up the statements, bro. Because in the Valley of the End, like BFR is a very, very viable win con for Sasuke. He just didn't have the experience necessary to do it there, right? He couldn't do it there. He never once dimension hopped in Shippuden. It didn't happen. He only after gaining experience with the Rinnegan was he able to do it in the last and in Boruto. So it's literally a moot point. It doesn't matter. As for Baryon mode, we know he stomps. Come on.
But talking about Baryon mode Naruto versus adult Sasuke isn't even a fun conversation. Baryon mode Naruto made Ishiki look like a TikTok boxer fighting Floyd Mayweather. He was giving him more combos than Wendy's. And Jigen, not even Ishiki, was disrespecting Sasuke. Jigen looked at the Susanoo, said, pretty cool, and ripped Sasuke out of it. He put more holes in Sasuke than the plot of the war. So yeah, Baryon mode Naruto would rip Sasuke in half. Which leaves us with the question, could Baryon mode Naruto, DMS Kakashi, Edo Minato, Edo Tobirama, and possibly Tsunade win in a battle against 3 Rinnegan Madara? And the answer is yes. Very easily yes. I'd argue that DMS Kakashi alone would be a pretty good battle for 3 Rinnegan Madara. I equate adult Sasuke to be probably somewhere in the region of 3 Rinnegan Madara's strength. So yeah.
Fuck no. My brother in Christ, you just conceded to Sasuke. Like, you admitted to Sasuke being on Kaguya's level. You just admitted that about 2 minutes ago. And you still think Sasuke is a match for 3 Renegon Madara, who's just stated several times to be weaker than Kage? Stated and shown. Like, let's be honest here. And that was before she became exponentially stronger. Madara is not touching Kage. Even in his strongest form, with all 3 eyes, everything is not happening. And Sasuke, as you just admitted, would scale above that. This is not the only way to get Sasuke above Kage, but I'm not going to get into it. Like, what are we doing here, bro? What are you doing here? Saying that they're on the same tier as each other.
Yeah, they're jumping him. Both
Hell
Naruto and Minato can react to Limbo clones. And while he technically should
Minato can't. He doesn't have 6 pads chakra. Naruto can. Naruto is one-shotting Madara.
have space-time ninjutsu, and therefore things like Kamui Raikiri or Kamui Shuriken wouldn't be a one-hit kill, they still
Prove he has space-time ninjutsu. Prove it. God.
would not tickle. Now, Tsunade
He just
is doing
says
nothing
shit,
in this
bro.
battle. She's sitting in the corner, maybe using Lady Katsuyo to heal some people. The second you inject Baryon mode Naruto into this fight, it doesn't matter. The real question is, would Baryon mode Naruto have enough time to go kill Sasuke and then kill Madara? Probably. All you have to do is grab him by the legs and pull like a wishbone. He's that much stronger than them. Really, if we're being honest, it's only DMS Kakashi and Baryon mode Naruto doing any of the work here. Like, Minato would be able to help like a little bit. At least he would be able to react to Limbo clones. But the real question is, could DMS Kakashi and Baryon mode Naruto kill 3 Rinnegan Madara? And yeah, they could. And that's it. That's what I think would happen if the 7 Hokages fought the 7 strongest Uchihas. And before you guys are like,
Oh, Nick's bias is like,
Yeah, good job. He actually came out with the right conclusion. Since we're doing strongest forms, yeah, Baryon mode Naruto would wash Sasuke pretty bad, and he probably would have enough time to go take down Jubidara, or at least, yeah, he'd slam Jubidara too. Fuck it. So yeah, he came to the right conclusion, but the stuff he said along the way was, woo.
the Uchiha
I actually love Madara, Itachi, and Fugaku. Well, I'm not the biggest fan of Obito or Sasuke or Shisui. Well, I'm not a big fan of Shisui. I just don't like how people are like, oh, he's the strongest ever when we know nothing about him. And I quite literally chose everybody at their strongest powers to help the Uchihas in this circumstance. Because here's the thing. Well, obviously the Uchihas haven't been chosen as Hokage because, generational hatred. It's also because the strongest person in the village is chosen to be the Hokage. Hashirama was stronger than Madara while they were both alive. If Izuna had survived, Tobirama would have been stronger than him. Hiruzen, for as far as we know, is stronger than Kagami and Fugaku. Minato, for as far as we know, is stronger than Fugaku. And he is definitely stronger than Itachi. Kakashi until
Okay, Casey Minato. I forgot he said Casey. Bro said good boy NC. That's crazy.
DMS Kakashi was weaker than Obito, but one of those people died to Kaguya and one of them killed her. Genuinely, what feats do we have for Shisui? Struggling against the Nambu captain. That's it. And the show is called Naruto. I'm not saying any of these fights outside of Baryon mode versus adult Sasuke wouldn't be close. And I'm sure if a couple of things swung in the Uchiha's favor, they possibly could win. But as I see it, it's a victory for the Hokages. But tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Who do you think wins these individual fights and why?
Yeah, I'm gonna still leave the dislike on it, specifically because he said a lot of fucked up shit along the way. Specifically, I'm not even gonna get into it anymore. Yeah, Hokages do win if you're taking Baryon mode Naruto into account, obviously. Adult Sasuke with no Renegon tag and above Jigen thread, it's raps. I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna talk about that because that was before this vid came out. This vid came out in February 2023, and that was before we knew about that was before Two Blue Vortex, so I'm not going to take that into account, but yeah. You could hype up Sasuke that way. I'd agree with that. Sure. Alright. Let's talk to chat. What y'all think, chat? Talk to me. What's happening? Oh yeah, Sasuke is the worst character vid? Do you guys think I should stop doing like themed streams? I guess like every one of my streams has always been like a specific matchup based, I wonder if I should start doing it like 6 and TG where they just say like streaming or like I'm live right now or whatever. They don't have like a specific topic. Right, and I could still like react to videos, but it won't be like a... I kind of like this. I kind of like how I'm doing it, actually. I think it makes it more noticeable, more memorable. NCHammer is yin and Loco is yang. They're straight opposites. Yeah. Bro, have you heard about Toriyama? Yes, I have. At the beginning of the stream, we had like a moment of silence for him. May he rest in peace. Toneri versus Jubidara? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm glad you asked. Tavion, bro, we about to talk about this for the next 15 minutes. Let me drop a poll real quick. I want to see where my chat is at. I want to see where my chat is at. Chakra. All right, vote right now, chat. Vote right now, chat. I just put up a poll in chat. Let me know who you think wins. Toneri with the Tensegon Chakra Mode cloak, or Toneri or 3 Renegon Jubidara full power. You know, I'm starting to like Daigo Knight. What the fuck is this poll logo? Yeah, someone asked me. I'm about to get into who wins this. In my opinion, I do like the less planned one more, but it's your choice for real. You down to react to more tonight? Shit, man. I already been on here for about 2 hours now. If you want to slide me a video that I can maybe react to it at a later date. But I don't really plan these things. I decided that I was going to stream about 4 hours ago, and then I just kind of made a thumbnail real quick. So it's not like I put a lot of thought into these things anyways. And I don't like have a script or anything. I don't have like an agenda, like a plan to go over. I just kind of be saying shit. I feel like the Jubidara is the better fighter, but if he messes up, he get split like the moon. Yeah. Well, Jubidara is the strongest. I like Daigo Knight too, lol. Yeah, I think he had a lot of crazy takes, but I'm actually starting to like respect him as a creator. Tobirama or Sage Kabuto? Tobirama takes that one. All right. It looks like. All right. It looks like most of chat thinks Toneri wins. All right, raise your hand in chat if you think Jubidara wins. Type that little hand emoji, pointing up. You know what I'm talking about? Like all 5 fingers. Raise your hand if you think Jubidara wins. I wanna. We're not doing a debate or anything. I just want to know what you think and why you think that. Now that he's showing Sasuke more respect on. Have I told you about that? I was in Daigo Knight's stream not too long ago. Maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was in his chat and I asked him. Actually, I didn't ask him. I just told him. I was like, you know what? Heavy Sasuke beats Minato, Pain, and Sage Naruto. And he was like, yeah, I could see him beating Pain and Sage Naruto, but I don't know about Minato. And I was like, yes! Yes, we're about to convert Daigo Knight to the Heavy Sasuke love. All right, Dom, Moneyman, Hella, I know you don't think that. Sit your ass down. And Lynn. All right, guys, let me end this poll real quick. All right, guys. So the reason why Toneri beats up Madara very badly is just kind of common sense. I'm pretty sure you guys know about it. You just stated to be the strongest enemy that our heroes have faced. It's pretty cut and dry. It just says the strongest enemy, Toneri Otsutsuki. And there's also another statement of, where is it? It says he has chakra comparable to Kaguya. So yeah, here it is. I found it. Let me read it off. The mysterious man that suddenly appears in front of Naruto with an appearance and chakra similar to that of Kaguya Otsutsuki. So he's just directly compared to Kaguya in terms of chakra potency and I guess amount, which is incredibly impressive that Toneri's on this level. But he's also just considered to be stronger than Kaguya with the Tensegon. And obviously, I don't think we need to go over the fact that Madara is weaker than Kaguya. I don't really care if you think Madara would beat Kaguya. That's beyond the point. That literally doesn't matter. He wouldn't, of course. But presumably we're talking about exponential Kaguya here. Toneri is stronger than her. And his win cons are literally just bisecting Madara deadass. Like Vision did to Thanos and Madara, or in the Marvel What If. Just cuts him from straight down the middle, you know. He literally just blows him up, one-shots him basically. If Madara tries to absorb his chakra cloak, he's gonna get overloaded, just like he did when Kaguya was emerging, because he's Toneri stated to have chakra similar to Kaguya, so Madara can't even steal his abilities or anything like that. Like Madara just dead ass gets folded. He's just weaker than Kaguya. He's weaker than Toneri. W Daigo, yeah. I love you not just for shitting on Tobirama for no reason. Also, Jubidara gets slapped by that dollar store Vegeta Spirit Sword. 7 out of 10, I think. Dollar store Spirit Sword is insane. But yeah, Toneri does kind of just cock slap Madara across the face. Madara is the better strategist. Actually, it's stated that Toneri has been plotting for 1,000 years. After 1,000 years, the Mystery Man plots to destroy the Shinobi world by pulling together a lot of puppets. By pulling together strings, he tries to destroy Naruto. So Toneri is a strategist. Toneri is a strategist. He's been around he's definitely longer than Madara, about as long as Zetsu has been, and he's been pulling strings trying to destroy the Earth. So I don't even know if you could say that Madara is a better strategist, because Toneri has literally been plotting this for 1,000 years. So I don't even think you could say that, to be honest. Does Naruto have Toneri's karma mark? Interesting. Oh, Toneri didn't die. Yeah, Toneri never died. He's still alive. Like, Naruto didn't kill him. Also, would Toneri resist the infinite Tsukuyomi and Shippuden, since Madara projected it in the moon and there was no mention of them getting trapped in it? Interesting. Interesting. I think he would be able to resist it, though. Possible. Or, yeah, I don't even think it would get to that, to be honest. Momo stomps Kaguya? Yeah. Urashiki is canon? Man, fuck Urashiki. Where the fuck he at? Boruto needs him? Yeah, Toneri's just hiding up on the moon. Madara would regen? Nah. Madara's regen has never been shown to be like infinite. He's not Majin Buu or Cell. He can't just regen from nothing. There's no reason why he'd be able to regenerate from something like that. Especially when he concedes that he almost died after Night Guy blowing off like a little part of his arm and a little part of his body. So yeah, his regen definitely isn't infinite. If Toneri is able to damage him beyond his regenerative capabilities, Madara will die. So yeah, like basically like destroying his brain, destroying all of his internal organs. Basically, it's not that hard for Toneri to do. He just hits him really hard. Late night vibes, huh? Crazy I could catch a stream out the work. Hey man, what's up, Blunt? How you doing, cuz? How you been? Damn, Madara's getting fondled then? Yeah, he gets kind of folded. Toneri's like actually cracked. I wouldn't downplay him. If Urashiki was canon, Jiraiya would skyrocket for hurting him. Yo, look, where does Itachi scale in terms of speed and crossfit scaling? FTO, at least. Taka Sasuke, while injured after his fight with Itachi, inferior to heavy Sasuke, with just his basic 3 Tomoe Sharingan, was able to react to Killer Bee and dodge his lariat, which is stated to be a light speed attack, as I've already mentioned earlier. Itachi was scaled to a stronger version of Sasuke, being EMS Sasuke. They're stated to be equals. So Itachi would be FTO, and not just reaction, but also possibly combat speed. Yeah. if not even faster. Just like maybe several times faster than light, I guess. Who knows? Just at least bare minimum FTL. Toneri actually almost killed Naruto. He had to get saved by Sakura and Hinata. I remember that. I haven't watched that movie in forever, though. I'll probably have to watch it. I think it's on Crunchyroll. Dude, I've heard nothing but people shitting on Toneri because he isn't moderate, and I don't understand how people can gaslight themselves into thinking moderate would win. What could he even do? Yeah. Like, the strongest Shippuden enemy is Exponential Kaguya. And before she even became exponentially greater in terms of strength and speed, as stated by Zetsu, she was already significantly stronger than Madara. So it's just like Toneri is above someone who was exponentially greater than Madara. So it's like, what does Madara even do, bro? He literally gets fucking blitzed badly. Naruto late war arc Sage mode versus the 5 Kage. You know what? Fuck it. Sage Naruto rocks him. Sage Naruto rocks the 5 Kage. That's actually a good topic though. Could Naruto rock Kage shit like he did Toneri? Fuck yeah, man. By that time, Naruto's already stronger than Kage. Yo, Logo, when are you gonna watch Sage at Thick Calves? Could the Akatsuki capture Sukuna vid? I don't know if I will. Normally, I don't like reacting to my friends' videos. Sometimes I do if they ask me to, like Tempest I did with him, but I don't know. I'm afraid that we'll get into a disagreement and have like a fallout or something. Who knows? I think Sage is cool though, so I don't think he'd mind. All low family, just been handling life and work. Hope all is well. Hey man, I'm chilling. Doing alright. Current Mitsuki versus Jubidara. Where does Mitsuki even scale? He's just stronger than Kawaki, I guess. As long as Kawaki didn't get any weaker, then Mitsuki would still slam him. Vegeta Super Saiyan 2 Pre-Majin versus Super Perfect Cell. Who would win? Damn, I haven't power scaled Dragon Ball in a fucking minute. Pre-Majin. Fuck. I want to say Vegeta, but I just rewatched the Majin Buu arc. Or I like skipped around it, but that was... I only remember him with the Majin thing. It sucks. Fuck it, I'm gonna just say Vegeta because he's cool. Madara was almost killed multiple times. He'd just get blown away if he even takes a glancing shot with Toneri's bigger attacks. After thinking about it harder, it's not 7 out of 10, it's more like 10 out of 10. Yeah. I don't really like those, the 1 out of 10 rating, you know. I think the low diff, mid diff, high diff stuff is a lot better. Like rating the difficulty, not how many matches out of 10 that they'd win. I think it's more accurate. Because if there's the possibility of a weaker combatant winning 1 or 2 times out of 10, then it is a close match. It has to be a close match, and something like this is not a close match. So Toneri would win 10 out of 10 times. It just depends on the difficulty, and I'd say it's like mid diff at best. None of the Kage can survive Rasen Shuriken, by the way. Yeah. Damn. El Jita. Oh man, I'm starting to think I should like put out more videos, but I probably won't try too hard on the editing if I'm being totally honest. Like, I actually just want to get my opinions out there, do like a more podcast style thing, kind of like how Swag Kage used to do before he could hire an editor. Oh man. Logo, next stream, could you watch Sage and Thick Kaz Kashimo versus Minato vid? Did you already ask me this? Bro, you already asked me this. What the hell? I think the out of 10 scale does have merit, like certain strategies or gambles succeed or fail. Yeah, but in that case, it would have to be a close match. Like if you're actually having to decide, oh well, maybe this person could win 1 or 2 times out of 10, then it actually is a close match. But in this case, it isn't specifically. Like let me give you an example. Like Jiraiya versus Orochimaru, then you could use the 1 out of 10 scale because it's possible for Jiraiya to get off Frog Song. It's a possibility. It's a close matchup. All the signing are relative, but Orochimaru would win more times out of 10. Like as an example, like you could use that 1 out of 10 scale there. But for when there are wide gaps in versus battles, like adult Sasuke versus Madara, Sasuke wins 10 out of 10 times, low difficulty basically. You know, you don't really, you can't even use the 1 out of 10 scale. Loco, turn some of the polls you make into videos? Yeah, I think I should. Let AI make the shorts for you. People looking at Loco like motherfuckers do with Santa and their Christmas list. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind taking suggestions. It's just like no promises type shit. I can't get around to everything. I do give credit though. If someone gives me an idea, I do credit them. Catch you later, Sukacha. Shiesty Sorcerer versus Shisui. Oh man, I like that guy a lot, but he low-key getting packed up by Shisui, probably. Also, I'd be willing to edit. Obviously, money is nice, but also name recognition within the community could be good for editing, so we could compromise. Gotta start somewhere. We could talk about a Spectre. If I would get an editor, I would want to pay them. And plus, I enjoy editing my own videos to an extent. I feel like I know the kind of humor I want, but we can definitely talk about that in the future. Rip Toriyama? Yeah, man. It's pretty sad. Alright, guys. Like 4 or 5 more minutes. What you got? Honestly, I think I'm gonna do... I want to put out a relatively short video so I have time to upload my bigger project that I'm working on. I'm thinking about what it should be though. Like a quick versus battle that I can explain in depth in like 20 minutes. Bro's just going around deleting people's messages. What the fuck? Oh my god. Authoritarian ass motherfucker. No wonder the KKK doesn't like you. And not the actual KKK. Cool Kids Club. Some weirdos on Discord. How ass does Shisui have to be to get beat by a pre-Kodo Danzo? Pretty fucking ass, I'll tell you that. Shisui is dog shit. Yeah, no problem, Spectre. It was funny. It was funny. I'm sure Happy doesn't mind. Brummies and them can suck my dick. Oh my god, you should apologize to them. Loco cooking my sleep schedule, dog? Yeah, don't worry, man. I'm about to head out soon. If Naruto learned the secret of the Shadow Clone Jutsu early on in his training trip with Jiraiya, how would Naruto be with that type of training for 3.5? Bro, you know what? Jiraiya should have known that, bro. Jiraiya should have known. That's like, how did Jiraiya, bro? Jiraiya is low-key ass, bro. He's low-key a terrible trainer. But like, if Naruto did learn that he could retain the experiences of his other shadow clones, like he'd low-key be cracked. Like, look at how much progress he made in like a week or 2 weeks trying to create the Rasen Shuriken. Like, I believe Kakashi said it would have taken like a year or two of training in order to create that shit, but Naruto made it in like a week. So it's like, if he's making that kind of progress, like, he'd be absolutely correct. How strong is the Tile Shuriken Jutsu? Holy shit. Bruh. Nah, I think... Throw me some shorts, guys. Throw me some shorts. I want to make more shorts. I bet I could pump one out tonight, bro, and have that shit out by tomorrow. You know, I'm good at making shorts. It takes me like 30-45 minutes to make a short. Especially if I know where all the scans are. If I already have the scans saved, maybe I'll make one like kind of hating on Minato so I can get the engagements. Honestly, man, I just want to say that you make some of the best Naruto and Shonen content on here. I love how chill the vibes are and how it feels like more of a community gathering. Hey, bro, I really appreciate that, man. You just made my night, bro. Whenever you drop something new instead of a celeb event, yeah, man. Hey, I really appreciate that, bro. Touched my heart. Yeah, really, I'm just trying to have fun on here. I like coming on here and talking to you guys. Kakashi was like, hey, yo, just train with your clones, bro. Yeah, basically just play with yourself. Pause. Unpause. But wouldn't Naruto lose control if he's low on chakra and get frustrated, and Jiraiya doesn't have Yamato to contain him? Well, they don't have to use that many clones. Like, Naruto obviously used like a shit ton of clones, bro. But if Naruto used like 5-10 clones, like, he'd still be able to make a good amount of progress, bro. Short idea, you misread Minato's mental nerve? Yo. Guys. A little secret between you and me. I actually have a new argument for Minato's mental nerve, debunking that shit. There's new information that came out. Brand new information. And I have a new way of arguing that the mental nerve technically doesn't exist until much later. Even that, if that, the mental nerve doesn't exist until after the bomb feat, the orb feat. That's actually it. I'm gonna ask him, because I didn't find that evidence. One of my buddies in the Discord server, join Cartel by the way, one of my buddies DM'd me and they told me about some new information that came out. And with his permission, I will turn it into a short debunking the mental nerve. Short explained that Sage Mode has better combat speed than KCM. Hey, I just can't blatantly lie like that, Rex. I just can't lie like that. Tell it to me. You can see it on the short, brother. I thought you already had that handle. Of course I do. Loco's never-ending quest of destroying the Minato meta. I just think it's funny at this point. It's hilarious. Oh man, I think that is a good idea. Making a short talking about the new information that came out. Saying mental nerve doesn't exist until later on in the fight, if that. Also, doesn't that mean that anytime Naruto has fought with the clones after the fight, he becomes significantly stronger since all the fighting experience would go back to him after they disappear? Yes. That is my argument for Naruto getting stronger mid-Kaguya fight. So whenever he uses the Kaguya fight and fills the entire ice realm with shadow clones, he's able to adapt to Kaguya and become strong enough to eventually Perception Blitz her and cut her arm off. Maybe not Perception Blitz, but definitely Blitz her and cut her arm off. So yeah. Nope, it's facts, no lie. Can't agree with that, sweetheart. Maybe later on in the war, later on in the war, sure, I'd agree that Sage Naruto is faster than initial KCM1 Naruto, but that's like post Jubito fight. Dismantling the Glaze institution, bro. That's me, bro. Gotta tear down the Minato agenda. Satori? Satori? My boy. How's it going, bro? I missed you. How have you been, bro? Minato stock plummeting? That shit is in the ground, bro. Heavy Sasuke to the moon. Wait, that would make sense. Why Naruto jump marginally mid-fight, though that wouldn't make sense for like war characters? Yeah. Mina fraud. Satori always coming last second. Yeah, I'm about to end the stream in about 10 seconds. Nah, I'm playing. I do appreciate you guys for coming in, though. It was a later stream, but I still had a lot of fun with you guys. Of course, Josh Farrow, Drip Lord, was going fucking crazy this stream, bro. And Siri also blessed me tonight. I really appreciate that. Like, once again, I don't ask for any money from you guys. That's not what I want, right? I just ask for you to tap that like button. I'm just content here staying with you guys, but you guys always come in here to bless me, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, I had another very fun night with you guys. NCHammer did come to the correct conclusion in the end, but I guess the fun that we had along the way wasn't that fun. So yeah, at least he said the Hokage win. I don't see how it'd come to any other conclusion, but yeah, appreciate all you guys for showing up. Big shout out to everyone that donated. Josh, Drip Lord, Cereal, always coming in here. But yeah, thank you guys for showing up. I had a lot of fun with you guys here. Y'all have a blessed week. I might stream later this week, so keep an eye out for that. If you have any topics that you want to see me, like any videos that you want to see me react to, anything that you want me to turn into a short, I can definitely do that. If I do end up turning something into a short or something like that, I'll definitely credit you guys. So yeah, just let me know in the comments after I end the stream. But yeah, it's getting pretty late. I don't want to ruin my sleep schedule any further, and I appreciate all you guys for showing up.